Had a hitter with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You never know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody! Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. As we are here with you on another Tuesday. We are almost here at spring training action. The Marlins going to start up on Saturday. Spring training against the New York Mets in Port St. Lucie. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that it's springtime, I don't know what does. But, very bold Bruce Sherman yesterday. Blustering, swaggering in there. He's out there letting everybody know we expect to win.
You know why? Because they ain't played a game yet.
Yeah.
That's, like every year. Every year. I think when you watch the Marlins or you listen to people talk about the Marlins, you can never go into a season with expectations because a lot of your roster is either unproven or coming back from something. It's just the way you do business. It could all work out, right? But it's not like the Padres or the Dodgers or the Yankees or San Fran, these teams that invest money. So then when they go to in the training camp or spring training, they say we have demands because we put forth, we made the investment on this.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, like you kind of go into these things with no pressure other than within your own self because nobody thinks the Marlins are really going to do anything, even though they had a nice season last year.
Right.
They had a nice season. The Mets had a very embarrassing season. They play in a division that's full of 3 high-spending teams.
Correct.
So their expectations are always going to be that they finish ahead. But the one thing I think that's probably why the Marlins sought after Peter Bendix, because the guy's used to that. He was literally in the AL version of that.
He's not going to be the guy that says we need to spend a bunch of money.
No,
because he knows. He knew before he got here how we need to do things and what it's going to look like. So this might be the first time that we don't hear that complaint.
I just don't like blustery, when it's like you come in here and you're talking about weight rooms, I think I've gotten to like, Peter Bendix's vibe, but Bruce Sherman, I still find him to be like swaggerless Loria. Like that's what I think of him when I hear this man speak.
Here's the problem. That some guys who have never invested large sums of money into their product consider that a large investment into the product.
Yeah, that's why I think I find it annoying. I think him saying like, we've invested so much.
Right.
I'm just like, okay. I don't need you to tell me how much you've invested.
Tell him to just go
in a weight room.
Tell him just go up the road and see what Stephen Ross invested.
Yeah.
Like he's what, $1 billion+ for no playoff wins?
This was Bruce Sherman yesterday. Thanks to our friends over at WPLG for getting this to us. But this was Bruce Sherman on the expectations.
We will do what's requisite given our revenues and given who we are as an organization. And I'm excited. I'm not in this for a profit at all. We don't take a nickel. We haven't taken a nickel out of this in 8 years. We just keep putting money in. Okay. And I'm happy to do that. And the ownership group is pleased to do that. We want to win. WIN, period.
So what you say to that for somebody who's been around sports a while and understands like kind of what, if you just look at baseball, the investment that needs to be made to have claims to success, right? You can hope for success. The way the Marlins invest, they hope for success. They hope everything works out. They hope their young guys come through. Okay. But as far as dumping money into building a weight room is not what we call an investment in your product.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like the bare minimum.
Right.
You're like, if
right.
you own a major league franchise, I expect you guys to have nice facilities.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
That kind of goes without saying. And like it's one of these things where it's like, look, I know the Marlins don't have great revenue streams. Nobody's going to that ballpark. They just lost their television deal.
Right.
You know, in the middle of that. That's kind of a that is an unsung thing. Like this is supposed to be your safety net, and it's not like the NBA where you're basically like getting a monster television deal that everybody gets a piece of.
Right.
You're kind of you're in a big hole because you just lost a deal that was already, you know, not the greatest, but it was up from where it was the worst.
Right.
And now they're basically going to be banking on fans subscribing, and I don't know what that's going to turn into. Like, how many Marlins fans are? I mean, I had somebody the other day. They're like, "How much is it for me to watch the Marlins?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what sports costs."
How
like,
much is it?
It's like $20 a month. $20 a month. It's $100 for the season. That's what it costs. That's what the Panthers.
That's on the cheap end.
That's what the Panthers season costs. Like, that's what it costs to subscribe. That's what it would cost if I paid FanDuel Sports. Now, all you're getting is the games, but I would say when I was watching FanDuel Network or Bally,
I didn't want to watch fishing shows all day. So
right, they're not you don't have anything else you're getting anyway.
Correct.
Unless you really love Golic and Golic.
Correct.
You know?
Right. 1,000 times a day.
Right. Or whatever. So, you know, I don't know what that's going to mean for their revenue because it's basically now going to be all in-house, but it doesn't really matter. They don't pay anybody on this team. The only person who's getting any money is Sandy Alcantara, and it's the last year of his extension anyway. They could tell him to take a hike next year if they wanted
Correct.
to. So
or trade him before,
or they could trade him,
right?
But they're not up against like some grand pressure here either, as
right. far
as like, oh my God, we have all of these deals that are hanging over our head. Like maybe they have some Stanton money that they still have that I'm unaware of, but for everybody on the roster, like, dude, they have everybody's on the cheapskates here. The only thing that they have on some controversy is Kyle Stowers, but they have 4 years of control left on him. They probably broached extension talks. The word was he wanted a crazy upfront extension, and they're like, not yet, which I actually kind of respect because he had a good year. Let's see if he can do it again.
Correct.
Let's see if he can do it again.
Especially here, especially down here, you got to know. Like, you can try to get it, but you got to know that.
Handsome Daffy says, I'd pay $20 a month to keep the Marlins off my TV at this moment. I mean, you just don't like baseball. I don't know what to tell you. That's fine.
They weren't bad last year. They had a fun stretch. It just kind of
they had a lot of good months, and then they had 2 really awful months that kind of sunk them.
Yeah.
Here's some more of the Shermanator.
The $150 million plus we put into all these facilities, which a lot of you don't see, is truly extraordinary. As that relates, our expectations are to be extremely competitive and continue this path to be successful every single year. And success is not measured by the games in September and August and July. Success is measured by getting to the playoffs continually. That'll be the measurement for our organization. It'll be a measurement for the front office. And that's what the Miami Marlins are going to be all about.
All right. Peter Bendix has to be exhausted at this point. It's like, I got you the nice weight room, Pete. Go find me some prospects.
Right.
He's like, I love prospects. I do love that. Prospects. Peter Bendix was also confident a couple days ago at spring training as it opened.
We don't care what other teams are doing. We're trying to beat them. That's what it comes down to. There's 30 teams. There's the same number of wins in baseball every single year. We're trying to get our share higher and higher every single year. So we don't really concern ourselves with what other teams are doing. We're just trying to beat them.
All right. Confident.
Yeah. I mean, there's how can I put this? There's almost like a level of arrogance with how they're doing things. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing.
I think Bendix, look, Bendix came from a good organization. They had to do things on the cheap skis, and
Right.
they were very successful at it.
Right.
And I think the first year was a disaster. I almost thought that he was talking too much his first year. Last year was pretty decent. It would be good to see them take a step, but they've also gotten rid of one of their best pitchers because they didn't trust Edward Cabrera. I don't know if I trusted Edward Cabrera.
Correct.
But I need, I hope Owen Casey can do something for them. I hope Thomas White can come up and provide something right away for him. I hope Augustine Ramirez can catch. Guy can bop. I know that.
That's crazy, right?
Guy can bop. I know that. Jacob Marcy looked awesome last year. They're putting Conine. Oh, there's a first base battle right now. I don't know if Conine's going to win the first base battle, but they're trying to, I think, keep Conine in there. So they're putting him over to first base, which honestly is probably a good idea. Seeing as he's coming off of shoulder surgery. So we'll see. I think, McCullough did a good job last year.
So
I think
catchers, question. Catchers,
Mhm.
if they can't catch, is that one of those things where let's move him to first base, see if he can do that?
Probably.
But
Or
if
DH.
you can't catch
we all the DH
or
now,
DH.
too.
Because I was getting ready to say, if you can't catch, how are you scooping up balls at first base?
Oh, hello, Canadian tuxedo.
What's a Canadian tuxedo?
Jean jacket and jeans. Oh, they are jeans though.
My wife's Canadian. I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of the Canadian tuxedo?
That's not true. We've said this so many times.
Yeah, we've definitely
Really?
talked about this.
-1 for tardiness.
Yeah, so if you can't catch, it's not even the blocked ball. Like, he would just whiff on balls last year. It was crazy watching him back there.
Right.
It was something. But Lazy River says, and this concludes our coverage of the Marlins this year. I like baseball, man. It's not going to conclude my coverage, especially if they're terrible, because I'm going to come back and I'm going to play that soundbite of Bruce Sherman all the time. But I think they'll be decent. I don't know, but also they had a bit of a down year, some teams in the division last year too. So we'll see. We'll see if that arrogance is earned with them getting 79 wins last year. I would have liked, a little more bluster if you would have gotten to
500.
Yeah, a game over 500, 2 games over 500. I would have
Right.
been spelling out the word win, but I get it. Jacob Marcy was awesome last year. Kyle Stowers was awesome last year. You got some things. The middle of the infield with Xavier Edwards and Otto Lopez. Pretty good. Don't know what you're going to do at third base.
Here's the problem, though. In all the recent years of the Marlins, when they've had some promise, it never carries to the next season. So you really don't build it, and then you end up changing those same young players.
Well, it's going to be, you're at this interesting point because they went to a situation where they seemed like they had found some success with Kim Ang and Skip Schumacher, and they're like, nah, this isn't what we're going to do.
Right.
And well, okay, better. Well, it seemed like you guys made the playoffs. It seemed like that was going in the right direction. And they're like, no, that was, Shermanator was not about that. So, yeah, I think there is some pressure on Peter Bendix. Like, I don't know what the appropriate amount of years is, but because I don't ever expect there to be like the year where they're like, this is the year we spend. I don't expect that to happen.
And it's not going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Because here's the problem. In years past, the Marlins spending meant they went on and got a player, right? Or
the Summer of Delgado. What a time.
right, but you understand what I'm saying? It's
Brittany,
never.
you remember the Summer of Delgado?
I can't say
Oh,
that I do.
what a summer it was. How old were you in 2005?
5.
What a summer the Summer of Delgado was, dude. Let me tell you something. The Summer of Delgado.
Summer of
Wow.
Delgado.
When we got Carlos Delgado on that ridiculous deal, why did he agree to that deal? I don't even understand it. I make $4 million this year, and you guys promise you're going to keep me around the next year where I make 15? Yeah, Carlos, just sign on the dotted line. Next year he was a Met.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
5?
Yes,
You were 5 in the
I'm the
Summer of
same-
Delgado?
Yeah, I'm the same age as the year. Just think about it that way.
Gracious. How about that? I don't know about this.
Know about what?
I don't know. But who's 5 in the Summer of Delgado? That's crazy to me.
What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
Like, were your kids even born? No. So don't come
No,
eating.
I actually
Exactly.
had it. That's the last. There were two things that the 2005. The love of my life was Carlos Delgado, and then 2006 it was Diana Tobin, then Diana Perez. So I think the Summer of Delgado was really the last time I didn't know true love, because it was foisted on me with a team-friendly upfront deal, and then he was flipped to the Mets. And that damn hurricane screwed us that year.
What hurricane was it?
I don't remember. But they had to play some games in Chicago. It was ridiculous.
Was that Wilma?
No, Wilma, I think, was a little bit later.
2008?
Yeah,
Or 2007?
I think that was 7.
Yeah.
Dade South says Tobin is the summer of Del Taco. Schmieden says Tobin has had about 40 summers of Del Gordo so far.
It was Wilma.
In 05?
Yes, August 25th, 2005.
Wow.
She knew she was right.
I
That's
knew
why
I
she
was
checked.
right.
All right, point for Brittany. I
Yeah.
apologize. See, this 5-year-old, she even knew what it was more than me. You know, that makes sense because a lot of my friends stayed at my house during Wilma. Because a lot of people who weren't from here. Like, we had people at Barry who were like from New York and all that.
And when I'm thinking in 2005, where was I? Oh, I lived in a house next to the Amarin Bank.
Okay.
And there's a development right there. I lived in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we had power because that was a staging area right there.
Oh, so
and so everybody came. No, we had full power. We lost power
Never
for like
lost it.
5 hours.
Wow.
Right. So that's where everybody was going to get ice, and that's where the
because I feel like Wilma was supposed to hit more of Dade, and then it flipped up to Broward, because I remember it being we left Barry thinking we were gonna be fine, but I told everybody they could come to my house in Deerfield, and it ended up getting it worse up there.
Right.
Yeah.
I was 12.
That was the reason why I remember that is because it was my first hurricane. Like, I was conscious for it, and I remember like preparing for that, and like.
Well, we do remember you have the greatest memory of any 5-year-old.
So like, I don't understand how, like, you understand that was only like 20 years ago for me, right? Like, you still remember what happened to you 20 years ago.
I don't remember what happened to me at 5. I blacked a lot of stuff out of my
Yeah,
childhood.
but there's been a longer time between the time you were 5 to the age that you are now.
I understand I'm a lot older than you. You've established that, but I just don't believe that you had this like kind of conscious memory at 5 years old. But maybe I'm crazy.
There's these things called core memories.
That's something
memories.
that Disney taught you. That's not a real thing.
I think I was like 5, and I remember, or earlier than that, I remember specifically running away from my sister going down the stairs while she was babysitting me. So I remember that.
Why did she chase you?
She didn't, because she was too busy watching TV. And I snuck out.
Do you remember the Summer of Delgado?
Nope.
What?
No, I was 12.
That's a great sports fan age.
Tobin, at 12 years old, I was doing other things.
Fair enough. Do you remember the Summer of Delgado?
I do.
Great. At least somebody does. Take a break. Back after this.
WQAM broadcasting live.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Quick segment here. We're going to make some room for the Hockey Hornet. We're going to break down all things Olympics as Team USA is going to await the winner of Latvia and Sweden today at 10:40. So he'll stop by the program. Miami.
Canada going at it when women's.
I know.
For the gold medal. So
Miami Hurricanes basketball team is going to host Virginia Tech tonight at 8:00. So get ready for the Canes as they had a nice comeback win over the weekend. They're looking to solidify themselves with the remainder of this season. So they'll get that going coming up today at 8:00. You can hear that right here on WQAM. Panthers, of course, on the Olympic break. The Heat, they will be off until Saturday. And they will welcome in Ja Morant. Never wanted him. And the Memphis Grizzlies. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he's back from his elbow injury yet, to be honest with you. And a congratulations to Kel'el Ware, who appears that he got married over the break.
Cool.
So happy for the Kryptonian and new Mrs. Kryptonian.
You think now she can go on Twitter and say my baby should be playing more?
I don't know. I don't know how she's going to do that. It's a good question. What are the honest conversations what do you think Spo was invited to the wedding?
Yeah.
Yes.
See,
it looked like a small wedding.
I don't think anybody was there from the team.
No,
it looked
really small.
The crazy thing about Kel'el is we sometimes confuse laid back with not caring. Right?
Not me, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like it just Kel'el is kind of It doesn't mean he's not playing hard or trying hard or whatever. But when you watch him, at times I could see how a coach could get frustrated because you think that he's not putting the effort that everybody else is.
Of course, you got to be dazzled by the effort of guards not getting in front of anybody.
Oh my goodness, no kidding.
But we'll get back into that a little bit later on Kel'el and all things Miami Heat. Going to take a break. The Hockey Hornet, David Dwork. He's going to join us next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. As, why don't you guys know, Jennifer, she's got some tickets. Tell us about it, Jennifer.
We have tickets, and guess what? They're intangibles.
Wow.
The legendary Hank Williams Jr. is coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in June.
How about that?
And I've got tickets.
Are you ready? Oh. Does it do that song?
So, question:
That's his number one
If you
hit?
get
Is that
as
number
you
one?
get older,
Mhm.
can you, with that amount of,
Don't know.
because that was like what 20 years ago?
Well, with Kid Rock, no, because they're
Leroy.
just putting that on tape.
Don't underestimate the old. Okay?
No, I'm not underestimating. I don't.
Sometimes they all can die.
AC/DC still rocks. to
I
this
would
very
say
day.
this: I know nothing about what it takes to sing for that long of a period of time.
It's
I
Not
don't.
easy.
It's not easy. Anyway,
Why are you looking at me like that? I have many hit songs.
And all the songs of the people you have are no longer here.
That's not true.
Who's here? Tyler?
Jaime Jaquez is still here. Tyler Hero's still here. Sergei Bobrovsky's still here.
Okay.
Got any more?
No.
All right. Apologize. No, apologize. That wasn't nice.
Not apologizing.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
okay.
So,
the
so that
giveaway.
sounded sincere.
It wasn't.
That sounded sincere.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
So
The giveaway is at 12:20 today.
oh wow. All right.
Keep listening for details on how you could win. This is a Live Nation show.
How about that? All right.
That was that the first Monday Night Football when they got away from the original Monday Night Football? Then they did him or did yeah.
Well, I think they always did that. I think he did it and then they blended into
Yeah.
So that's David Dwork about it, huh?
What's bigger? That song
Mhm.
or the NBA basketball song?
Round Ball Rock?
Yeah.
I think Monday Night Football is bigger.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's ask a sports connoisseur. We'll go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location at Toyota of Hollywood and 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com. He is our Olympic correspondent. He is also a reporter for the Hockey News and the host of the Hockey Show, Meadowlark Media, with the great Roy Bellamy. Hello, David Dwork. How are you?
Got Round Ball Rock stuck in my head at the moment.
What would you go with as the number one sports theme? Would you go Round Ball Rock? Would you go Monday Night Football?
Well, what's the barometer? Are we talking like most popular? Are we talking most likable? Like, what are we ranking?
I don't
at?
know. Just
Whatever
your,
you
your
decide.
personal favorite.
Your personal
favorite or what you think is the best.
I think football is a bigger sport. I think Round Ball Rock is the more catchier tune.
It is
Especially
catchier.
like when you
I agree
see
with
like
that.
what is it, like John Tesh like working the keyboard in the middle of an arena, like that's
He's a
pretty,
show
or, like, better yet when he's doing it with a symphony, like that's pretty awesome.
That
I'd
is
rather
pretty
see
awesome.
that than the guy who got canceled for singing Monday Night Football song, or Hank Williams, whatever that was.
Yeah. Well, listen. Did he get canceled? He might have gotten canceled. Intangibles. But I would agree with you. I think Round Ball Rock is the objectively better song, but it had like a 30 years of irrelevance because like there was no NBA basketball.
That might help the popularity of it now, though. Now it's like coming back, and it was like, "Ooh, that was so cool!" I remember that.
It's like
So maybe that's
nostalgic.
what's happening to me.
Everybody remembers it.
All right. So how much are you enjoying the Olympic hockey thus far? Because I've been watching our Panthers. They've all been contributing a lot. But what has stood out to you so far? Let's start with Matthew Tkachuk and Team USA. How have you liked the performances so far?
Pretty good. It's tough because like in the scope of the Olympics, like it's such a small bubble of teams that everybody's kind of getting compared against one another. And particularly with the United States, they're always going to kind of be up. It's US and Canada. It's US and Canada. And Canada has looked like such a like juggernaut. So like, as well as US is playing, and they are playing well, and they're beating some decent teams, and it's nice to see the camaraderie, especially with like the Matthew and Brady Tkachuk element, and how Brady, which has really been kind of cool to see how he's kind of taken over this vocal leadership role of the team. He's kind of like the guy that's revving everybody up on the bench. Like I love that. Just kind of makes me think about, what could happen a few years down the line in South Florida.
It does make one wonder. I mean, if we're going to put on our hats, like it does make one wonder, like how much does he want to be in Canada?
How much does he want to play with his brother too? I mean, does it not look like they're having the time of their lives? They're going to the women's games with their sister and their dad. Like this looks like it's kind of like a meant to be kind of thing.
If you're Canadian and the Tkachuks end up playing together down here, you can blame the 4 nations in the Olympics because they've gotten a taste of it and like, yeah, man, this is cool. You know what I mean?
I think you blame that and Matthew winning a couple Stanley Cups with Brady having a front row seat to see it all and to see everything that happened down here. Like, it seems like a perfect storm is formulating. Obviously, we're a ways away from something like that happening. But, man, it certainly looks like these are 2 guys that would do everything in their power to make it happen.
Right.
Does anybody have a shot besides the U.S. and Canada in this tournament? Like, does Finland have a chance? Does Sweden have a chance? Do any of these other 4 nations teams, do they have a shot, or is it basically a 2-pony race?
No, I mean, Sweden's looked a little wonky so far in the tournament. We'll see how they do later today. I believe they're playing Latvia, and the winner of that goes to face U.S. tomorrow, I think. Finland, I think, has been, they had that big win over Sweden and obviously that giant win over it was either Italy or France. They both were, pretty forgettable, unfortunately. But no, I think I'll be surprised if it's not U.S. and Canada for gold at this point. I think the U.S., while they haven't looked as strong as Canada, they have looked pretty decent. I think the one game that they really stumbled, which I think was against Denmark, that was a bit more contributed to just a really rough game in net by Jeremy Swayman than anything that the U.S. did wrong. Latvia, I think, is a very solid team, so I wasn't surprised to see that game be as competitive as it was. I think Latvia has just been a hockey crazed nation that's kind of been getting better and better over the years. But yeah, I'll be surprised if it's not U.S. and Canada. And to this point, I'll hope it'll be a tight game. It'll be a cool situation going in, knowing that the U.S. will certainly be underdogs if they do make it that far to a gold medal game. But I just keep going back to Canada, and holy cow, like it's crazy. The collection of talent that they have on that team and then the way that they've come together and they're playing so well together. I mean, as a hockey fan, it's been really cool to see.
Can you explain this story about Paul Maurice nearly taking over Finland?
I think with the coaches, it doesn't matter where you're from. Like Jamie Compen is a Canadian and he's an assistant coach in Team Germany right now. And I'm sure there's some kind of connection. I honestly didn't dig too far into it just because I know that like there doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like you can just hire a coach, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Finland, I think, was a little unhappy with how things started with their tournament. That combined with there being such a large Finnish contingent on that team with, obviously Anton Lundell, Tulustrainen, and Nico Mikkola. And I'm sure Sasha Barkov is, I don't even know if he's there or not, but I'm sure he's got his voice in somebody's ear. Like if that's what they're considering, like, hey, save our Olympic journey. But then they went up the next day and they showed up this big game against Sweden and all was fine in the world again. I just think it's funny that like Paul Maurice, he's off fishing somewhere. He's having a nice vacation. He's getting ready to come back and hopefully make a playoff push with the Panthers. But his name just popping up like, yeah, why not? Paul Maurice, he can save Finland. He saved the Florida Panthers. He can do anything.
We are little Finland. That's what it feels like.
That's
right.
You watch it, it's just like
Paul, who's familiar with all of the players?
Yeah,
right.
When we were talking to them at media day, and they're all basically like friends with the president of Finland. They're just like, yeah, get that guy, get the coach, and we want him.
It's
I don't
nice
know
to
what
have that kind of pull. It's
it is.
what winning will do.
I wonder what the rules are. Like, I know you said anybody can coach, but I wonder what that is for like Paul. Like, is it looked upon as, are you a bad Canadian if you do that? I don't know what the rules are.
No, there's like, if you look at basketball in the world, when they do world tournaments and stuff like that, you have a lot of coaches that aren't from the country that actually coach.
Yeah, but do you think like Canada has handled hockey betrayals well? Because I don't think they have.
Is it a betrayal though? Like they could have picked Paul Maurice as one of their top coaches. They did not, or maybe they did, and he said no. And who knows? But I mean, I think it only becomes a betrayal issue if he does that, and then Finland somehow beats Canada, and then it's like a scandalous thing if that happens. But that
Yeah, it's wild. I do find it funny though, because it's like I'm watching people getting very mad at Matthew Tkachuk for saying he had the little the little trash talk at Leon Draisaitl, and you would have thought that he would have said that like your mother never loved you. Like I don't understand why he said that you're always a bridesmaid, which is objectively true. And you would have thought like he said some heinous thing to him. Why does everybody get so crazed with this man when he talks trash?
I think it's a cool place that he now gets to start his chirp ladder from, and that's the Stanley Cup and back-to-back Stanley Cups. And when you got a guy Draisaitl who, you just beat him twice in a row, that's the first place I'm going if I'm trying to get under his skin. Like, hey, bro, remember those times that you went all out for a Stanley Cup? You went for your life goal, and then I crushed it twice in a row. Yeah, that was good times, wasn't it? And then Brady's right behind him just laughing like, yeah, I saw that too. Like, it's just so funny to see how they're doing it. And look, that's hockey, man. That's what we love about it. So I think Draisaitl probably knows, that's what I'm in for.
I'm sure he does, but also like everybody just seems like they handle this. But if the Tkachuks end up winning this gold medal over Canada, I don't know how they're going to handle themselves, because now if he has the cup, because they're throwing the 4 nations in his face. It's like, all right, cool. That was a cute little tournament. He had no abdomen left. Like,
right.
Very nice. But if he ends up getting he's going to be enemy number 1 up there forever.
I mean, he already is kind of on that path anyway. So at this point, if he can add a gold medal to his trophy case and, piss off another couple million Canadians, so be it. Like, I don't think these guys care. I don't know how it would compare to 1980
hockey, right?
What's that?
He's working his way around the world in hockey.
Oh yeah,
well, looking at everybody.
He's become one of the faces of the NHL. Certainly the face of the Florida Panthers, who are the league's back-to-back champions. And the fact that he's doing it playing a style that's not as pretty or celebrated as like a Sidney Crosby or a Macklin Celebrini for the Nets nation, or McDavid even, or for the U.S., like a Jack Eichel or an Austin Matthews who scores 1 million goals. Like Matthew Tkachuk, he's doing it the old school way, and it's been embraced and it's endeared. Everybody loves it. So if it's upsetting people, so be it, right?
Do you feel like this is going to be beneficial to the Panthers? Like, I was a little wary about these guys going over here, but do you feel like there's anything that can kind of reinvigorate them coming off of these high stakes games, getting into the grind of the season? Like, what do you think the fallout's going to be from all these Panthers at the Olympics?
I think if everybody comes back healthy, God willing, then it'll be an advantage to them, because they're already in a mode where every game is going to be a playoff game for them. They need every point they can get over the last 25 or whatever, however many they have left to go, 8 points back. Like, they know that it's do or die basically every night. So coming back with that mentality and having 10 of your leaders, 10 players on the Panthers that are, they're all pretty key contributors. They're all coming back, already kind of wired into this mode of all right, it's time to go now. It's playoff time. So I don't see how it could hurt them as long as they come back healthy and nobody gets hobbled. Look, we've seen what this team can do in the past few years. We saw how that crazy run they made when they first went to the Stanley Cup, and that team was nothing compared to this one, assuming everybody's healthy. I keep using that caveat because this year has kind of smacked us all in the face a little bit. But look, it looks like when they come back, they're going to be as healthy as they've been all season. Combining who's come back into the roster with Tkachuk coming back and all the other guys. Hopefully you get Kulikov back. Hopefully you get Nosek back and Gadovich back, and your depth just continues to grow. And at that point, it's just, how well are they going to play in front of Bob? And can they make enough hay in the standings to get in? Because once they get in, guys, Barkov comes back.
Yeah, of course. It's all about getting in at this point.
David, is this one of those situations where they may exhaust so much energy to get back into it, that if they do get back to it because they are just coming back from injuries, that they just beat themselves up? You know what I mean? The effort to get into it, and then you finally get there and you're like 7-game physical series, you're exhausted.
Yeah, no doubt. And that happens to a lot of teams that have to make those late season pushes, that they basically empty their tank just to get in. And then they get there and it's awesome and they celebrate. And then all of a sudden the adrenaline wears off and it's like, oh shit. Oh, sorry. I'm used to doing podcasts. I apologize.
How dare you?
How
dare you disgrace
5 minutes in the penalty box for me. But I will say, as I try to shovel dirt over my mistake, Leroy, that I had the same thought going into the 2023 playoffs when I thought that they'd blown their wad getting in, and then they faced Boston, and look what happened. So you never know, but certainly that would be a concern.
Right.
You are a lifelong Dolphins fan. Are you happy about this rebuild?
What are we doing?
Are you excited? Are you excited for another bite at the apple of John Eric Sullivan and Tyreek Hill being gone? What were your feelings yesterday?
I don't know, apathy. What am I feeling now? Like it's 43 years of this stuff, like, I just want to see them win one before I die. I keep going back to that. I hope I have around 80 years left and that I can see them win one. I don't want to be one of those poor Cubs fans that was like, crying with his father. He never got to see them win. And then he went 2 years later. And no, man, like at this point, whatever, like it's throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what
you
sticks.
could be a
like,
Saints fan. I spent my whole youth.
No. I saw the Saints win a Super Bowl in my backyard.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
I know.
Okay?
I mean,
with Drew Brees.
But how old was I?
But you saw it.
You weren't an old man. You weren't.
I appreciate where you're coming from.
30 plus
where
years.
The Saints, like even Jets fans, when we talk about Dolphins and Jets, the Jets went to 2 AFC Championship games in the last little while. So what exactly have the Dolphins done to make them this superior franchise other than have awesome weather, a nice stadium, cool uniforms? Like, okay, we go overseas, play international games. We draw a lot of fans on the road. Meanwhile, yay, we're 8-9 again. We're picking in the teens again. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to be a Dolphin fan. Like, I'm not going to stop being a Dolphin fan. I'm not going to stop loving my kids. But the excitement, I'll get excited for Sundays in September until they're 1-3. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
What's
I've been
my
thinking
fantasy team up to?
Like, is anybody excited? Like, I know that Malik Willis is like the big thing. Like, is anybody really juiced up if Malik Willis comes here? Because
because you're gonna have to pay him too much money for what? You're not there yet.
I hope, but we've seen this before. Like, they've gotten excited over free agents before, and it's 11 guys in the field, bro. Like I'm sorry, like unless you're bringing in Patrick Mahomes, who can actually win you a couple of games on his own. Look, no disrespect to Malik Willis. I've seen you play 5 games. I have no idea what you can do.
Correct.
And to think that I'm going to be like, oh, the Dolphins are back. Like, no, I'll be a fan, but I'm certainly going to be a skeptical one.
All right, buddy. Clean it up next time. All right.
Yeah.
But you wrap me up on this. Like, I'm ending the interview and I'm going to go like stomping around my house. 10:50 in the morning. I need a drink. What's going on?
You do it for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You get a couple of minutes.
You're seasoned veterans, okay? I'm coming in as like the bench guy for right now.
Never a bench guy. Our star player every time. Always scores in the power play. He is the Hockey Hornet. You guys can catch his work at the Hockey News and of course his fantastic show, The Hockey Show with Roy Bellamy. Go check out our guy David Dwork. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, David.
Love you guys. Send the fine my way. Sorry.
This is what everybody's. That wasn't even the Dolphins that made him curse either.
Right.
You know,
but he followed it up with a saying that might be even worse than.
Mm-hmm.
And that just rolled off. I'm like, yo, David, like.
It's hard to get through.
He didn't even realize, that might be worse.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anywho, well, I'm excited for Olympic hockey.
I am. I like these events too.
What do you want? What is it? Speed skating?
No, team skating.
What the hell's team skating?
It's 3 of them, and they get behind each other, and they draft off of one another.
So it's like relay race?
No, it's not relay. They all skate together.
That's stupid.
No, it's not.
It's so dumb. Dude.
It looks cool.
I like the Winter Olympics has some fun stuff, but it's also just like, come on, you kind of switch this up a little bit.
You didn't like Mono Bob?
I haven't watched Mono Bob.
There's a 41-year-old one. She is the most decorated bobsled female in the game.
Right.
So it was cool.
But this is so. Are they holding onto the flag the whole time or each other?
No, they won.
No,
Oh.
that's a celebration. I think
that's they won. Canada,
Okay, that's
Netherlands,
cool.
Japan.
Very cool. But what do they hold on to with each other?
No, they
just
get
so that
behind
they
each
drive-
other and they
yeah.
just hold on to each other and
So it's like Human Centipede, but on
yes, similar.
That's
3 of
worse than what David Dwork said. Okay, that's crazy. And it flew right by you.
Did I get got?
-1 to you.
Sorry, I'll take it.
What are we doing? How did I get got?
I don't know. You're explaining your sport.
-1.
Czechia and Denmark coming up, of course.
We got any Danes?
No,
Okay.
no, we do not. It's one of the few teams we don't. I think Radko Gudas is on Czechia,
Okay.
our old friend, but
Old friend.
but no, we don't. Latvia and Sweden, we do. We have
Yeah.
Gustav Forsling and Uvis Balinskis.
Okay.
So, but I mean, we'll see who pulls that one out. Then I think we take on the winner of that. I don't know who I think Finland gets to play. I think they get Italy or France, so Finland might get a free move on. Crazy. Good for the Finns.
No real upsets in hockey.
David Dwork is still upset. He says, "Sincere apologies for my potty mouth."
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Oh man. Take a break. We'll get you caught up with your headlines, including something that really excited me before the show today. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Get to our headlines this hour, brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Thanks again to David Dwork for stopping by. I don't know about you guys. I felt a little bit. We'll see. See how we feel around 1:30, I don't know. Hard to say. Tyreek Hill, he posted a lengthy goodbye to Miami Dolphins fans on his Instagram account. He said, "The journey don't stop. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to the entire Miami Dolphins organization, my teammates, staff, and most importantly, Fins Nation for an unforgettable 4 years. From the moment I landed in Miami, I felt the love. You believed in me. You pushed me. You celebrated with me. These past few years have been some of the most meaningful of my life and career. To my brothers in the locker room who have come and gone, thank you for the wins, the L's, the memories, the sacrifices. We built something special together for the city of Miami." Strong. "To all my coaches and the organization, thank you for challenging me to grow and holding me accountable. And to the fans, y'all are different, man. The way you showed up for us week after week, no matter the outcome, that love was real. I feel it throughout the city and every time I stepped into Hard Rock. Miami, you have become my home. Hugs and kisses, the cheetah." I added that last part.
The hugs and kisses is crazy.
No, I was going to say, I was like, he did not say that.
It was a nice goodbye. As far as goodbyes go, pretty strong.
It was a lie. It was all a lie.
What was it? All of it was a lie?
He doesn't actually feel that way. You know he's happy that he's gone.
I don't know that he's happy that he's gone.
Mm.
I don't know that he is. I don't know if I agree with that, Brittany.
I think he's happy that he's gone.
Oh, there was more.
Oh.
But the journey doesn't stop here. Every chapter in life has taught me something. This one taught me leadership, resilience, and mostly gratitude. The love I have for the game is unexplainable, and right now, this offseason, for the first time ever, the cheetah is all the way turned up and locked in. Focused. The cheetah don't slow down, ever. So to everyone wondering what's next, just wait on it. The cheetah will be back, born again. Major Love 305, cheetah emoji, peace emoji.
I don't know. If you had to guess, first of all, he's not going to be ready at the start of the season.
No, a lot of people say no.
No, I'm telling you.
No, I believe you.
And after that, somebody may or may not sign him then.
Mm-hmm. Someone's going to kick the tires on him once he's ready.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why everybody is like based on that injury.
Yeah.
Ooh, they can't wait to get cheetah.
It was gross.
Right.
It was a really bad injury.
But the thing is that when you have somebody that basically works on speed and cutting,
mm-hmm.
and the injury limits your speed and cutting, how long will it take, or how close to Tyreek is he going to be able to get?
Oh, I have no idea.
And again,
and then on top of it, he'll be what, 33 at that time?
That, you know what, the thing about speed guys, they can keep speed guys usually can
keep
it, you know,
even if their knee faced the wrong direction.
Yeah. The problem with him is that he's a change of direction guy. That's the portion of it. See, because think about it, Randy could be fast and just run down the field
mm-hmm.
and run posts and stuff like that. Tyreek, his whole thing was change of direction, breaking and running across the field, stopping and going back the other way, right? And so how much of that is going to still be there?
C-Dub says it was an ACL, not an Achilles. It was an everything, dude. I don't think it was just an ACL. Like, he had his knee dislocated. They had to, like, set it back, nerve damage,
right?
All that type of stuff. Like, it's not your run-of-the-mill
ACL He
tear.
just started walking without a boot.
Brace.
A brace.
Yeah. That's what he said. That's what he said on the red carpet.
Right.
During the Super Bowl.
So
I don't know. Look, I get why anybody would want to kick the tires on him. He is unbelievably fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, this whole thing is over in a big way. I think, look, he probably gave us a bigger false sense of security than we probably should have had because of how excellent he was at his job.
Yes.
He was that kind of good.
Yes.
And so, like, we probably had the wrong idea about how good this team could be because of how
he was that good.
He was amazing.
Correct.
So I don't think any Dolphin fan should look back at what Tyreek Hill did and be like, he wasn't worth the trade or anything like that. He definitely was worth the trade. Like, if you're going to talk about what was a move that Chris Greer made, like giving up whatever amount of picks that he gave up, especially Chris Greer's track record of drafting, was definitely worth it for Tyreek Hill. Like, he gave you any sense of whatever you were going to be, especially those first couple of years, breaking the record twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was amazing. He was amazing. He was fun. It was enjoyable to watch as a fan. He'd do some things that would blow your mind. Hell, the guy got damn handcuffed and put up 160 in one game.
He got Tua paid.
He got Tua paid. He got himself paid multiple times.
Right.
He got Mike McDaniel paid.
Right.
I think in a lot of ways, like, he was the reason we thought that this was even going to be close was because of him. He was that kind of good.
Right. No, nobody's questioning his abilities. It's just whether he can get back to that.
Oh, I don't know.
And the other stuff. At what point does all that other stuff weigh in on it?
Yeah, he has a ton of stuff that seems like follows his personal life.
Right.
I don't know if that had any, you know, I mean, like, look, it wasn't great the way the year ended with all the, I'm talking not last year, obviously, with the injury. I'm talking the year before that.
Correct.
With the walking off the field. That wasn't a great look, especially with the Dolphins propping him up as some kind of a leader. You know, that's not great behavior from him. But, you know, I think that's the thing. I think this entire team had a little bit of a front runner mentality to it over these last 4 years.
It was their personality, right? You very, like, there's certain teams that have the ability, and I would say, I don't know whether it's through the quarterback, but if you looked at what the Bills did, they were never out of a game, right? They always had either a quarterback or somebody would make a play that kept it close, that no matter how out of hand it got, they could get back in it. If the Dolphins got down a bunch of points, it is only like one or two times that you can either even come to the, oh, I remember that comeback.
Right.
Or I remember that. Now, if they were out front, and then what started to hurt them was even when they were out front, you had questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah.
And I think also just like everybody got to the point with this team that, and I think one of the problems with Mike and why I have questions about what he's going to be like even as a play caller is I think once people just said anybody but Cheetah's going to beat us, he didn't have anything. He felt a little clueless.
Or in the third quarter.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's that was definitely a pattern. But especially the last couple of years, it was just like, oh, just take this guy away, and what do they have? And he was like nothing.
I think you can look at the second half of games and look at how each season went. Right? Is that things were working well early, and teams started catching up to it. But there were never really any major adjustments or counters for the adjustments that other teams made against them. And what's crazy to me is that all the dummies around football kept saying, all you need to do to beat the Dolphins is go too deep and not let anybody deep. And I would say, but they score a lot of their stuff on crossing routes underneath and then busting it out the backside, right? And scoring with the speed.
Right.
So it really didn't take anything away from them. It just limited the deep throws. But you still should have been able to have even more success. They're daring you to throw in the middle of the field. But what they would do is, what defenses started doing is, we're going to drop a body in the middle of the field. And how many times in a crossing route did Tua throw it to a defensive end? And I think at one point a tackle caught a ball because they just dropped them and ran a zone blitz, dropped them in the middle of the field, and oops. So it was never really the too deep. It was kind of what they were doing underneath that kind of threw them off, and there were never any adjustments because against that, you should be able to run the hell out of the football.
Bradley Chubb also had a statement, not as long. He said, from the moment I stepped foot here in 2022, this city has welcomed me with open arms. From my teammates to the community, Miami will always hold a special place in my heart. Love, Astro. He goes by the astronaut. Why does he call the astronaut?
I didn't even know that
I
was a
didn't know, yeah.
nickname.
First two letters.
Astronaut.
Astronaut.
Very Miami.
He was an overpay.
Huh?
He was an overpay.
Yeah.
Great guy, but he was. But
what they did to get him almost forced them into having to pay him, and he got hurt, and so it was little. But if you look at last year, he was probably one of your most productive defensive guys. But think about this. I heard something this morning. If they were to keep him, he would have been the 11th highest paid rush in.
yeah. Well, they also restructured his deal last year too.
Right. But still, even next year, if they would have kept him, still would have been the 11th highest paid. That's crazy. That means you overpaid.
Yeah, Chris Crew was
Right.
spending money willy-nilly.
Yep.
He's like, come on, let's do it. He was drunk at the party. Just signing checks left and right.
I was if there's one thing I'm shocked about, and I would say I'm not even shocked about two things. Shocked about signing the injured players when you've been plagued by injuries the last couple of years.
You're shocked by that because
that's what he would do. He would keep doing it.
He doesn't
right?
care.
He thought he could get them on the cheap, and you're not getting them on the cheap if they don't play.
Dude must love a 5 and below.
Right. And the other thing is how quickly they restructured or redid people's contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just went and asked, they say, okay, sure. Except Christian Wilkins. That's the crazy thing. I would think that you would do Christian Wilkins' contract first because that makes you look good.
You would think so. Alas, they did not. We'll take a break. Back after this. Nothing from KD on the whole Twitter front. He loves to tweet, but no tweets. All of a sudden. Why is that?
I don't know.
Got nothing to say, huh? The entire world thinks you've ripped your teammates for the last 4 years on DMs, and you're always on Twitter. No tweets.
No tweets.
Little odd. Little odd. Do you think he comes out and he's just like, got me? Or do you think he just hopes this blows over, right? Like, there's got to be a strategy to this. Kevin Durant has a team. He's an entity. Everybody's got to be looking around here being like, look, what's the best course of action here? Is it to be honest? Or is this something like if you said those things that you've said about your teammates, there's no coming back from that. So you need to just hope it blows over. Like, what's the I don't even know what the answer is. Like, if you found out, Leroy, put this on. Let's just say, I don't know who. Make it Chris Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Carter's on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And he just had the meanest things to say. You guys were winning. You have a lot of success.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Carter, all of a sudden, it was on Twitter, and you found out he was mother bleeping you guys left and right under an alias, not even as him, as fake Chris Carter. Carter the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your reaction? Like, would you just want it to move on? Would you care? You probably wouldn't care. But I just say, like, what do you do as teammates in his locker? Like, what is Jabari Smith? What does Alperen Şengün think when he goes, hey, man?
I would say that's how you feel.
Yeah, right. Well, what?
Just tell me.
Why didn't you have be honest, Posh?
But I don't like. First of all, I could never. Anybody who ever had anything negative to say about me, you know what I would say to him?
Hmm?
Anytime you want, you can line up across from me and we can play football, and then you'll know.
Right.
Like, it's hard.
Tough to do that in Kevin Durant in basketball.
One of the hardest things to do in sports is to look at somebody else and determine their effort, because you're comparing it to you or somebody who gives extreme effort, but everybody's effort looks different. So how would I react? I don't know. I think here's what would happen. I think the team and the coach would say something. What he's saying about teammates is irrelevant. The fact that he's talking about teams out there like that, that's the issue. That causes a team chemistry problem. Yeah. And so I think that other guys would say something. Now, I would say this, I've never been on a team as far like when I was with Cleveland and when I was with Minnesota that we had a lot of that. We didn't have any of that. In fact, most of the guys got along, right? Or we played and worked well together. And some of my best teams, as far as getting along with guys, were, to be honest, the worst teams. You know, my second and third years in Cleveland, right? We all got along. We all, you know, could call each other out. And nobody took it personal. We had good teammates, right? Nobody got overly sensitive about something being said. You could go to somebody and talk to them, right? It wasn't like a drama in the locker room.
The thing that's strange about this, if it's true, let me put the caveat, if this is Kevin Durant.
Correct.
If this is Kevin Durant,
mm-hmm.
The problem with this is it's not in the locker room. He's mother bleeping you to strangers.
Which is another odd thing, because he has the cachet that he could stand up in a room and say it in the room. And so that's why I always wonder.
He has this weird online habit. He loves just venting online.
If it's true.
If it's true. But
right,
no, I don't have to say if that. We know he likes venting online. If this is him, he has a particular thing where he likes to vent online.
Right.
If this is him with his burner account, we know actual Kevin Durant likes to vent online.
Yeah.
That's what makes this believable.
Right.
And also the silence, scandalous.
I was gonna say the
Wait,
silence.
but
is what's most
so
scandalous.
we're really like, this is the part that confuses me.
Mhm.
Like, because he doesn't respond, which is part of his problem in the first place.
Right.
We're saying it's a problem.
This is a problem.
But you have that's the point, Leroy, is that you have an answer for everything always. You always have something to say, and then now suddenly you don't have anything to say about the fact that you're being accused.
Yeah, you feel checkmated.
I don't know. I don't like, that's the weird thing.
It's probably
like, you call him sensitive, and then if he's not being sensitive, it's a problem.
Well, I think this. I think he's probably going about this the right way.
Right.
The best strategy is to say nothing and just hope it blows over.
Is it the best strategy though?
Well, Brittany, the only other one is to there's either deny, but if the evidence is, if the evidence is overwhelming.
If he came out and said, hey, that's not me, that's not my burner account.
Right. But it ends up being him. That looks terrible.
So what do you do?
That's much.
I think he's probably going about it the right way.
No, I don't think so.
I think the right thing, Brittany.
Wait,
if all options are bad, that's the least bad. Is to just say nothing.
I disagree.
Can we say this, that if it's a weird thing, because if he says nothing, we're going to read into it. If he comes out and denies it, it could be even worse. So the best thing that he could possibly do is do nothing.
Well, I think that's the point.
Because we're going to nitpick everything he says.
If he's not saying anything, because if he says something and it comes out to be true, that's what he's worried about, right?
Well, nobody can really. I mean, you would have to have a screenshot of him tweeting to prove that it's true.
I mean, no, I'm sure there's some sort of IP situation that can happen where it can trace it back to him. Like, we live in the big 2026. There's definitely ways to figure this out.
There are ways to figure it out, but I don't know if, who's doing that investigation.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
the internet.
No, I don't know.
Well, the internet's already done a lot of investigation on
Exactly. You think they're done? They're not done.
I just think it's weird that if somebody again who's so vocal on the internet, who always has something to say, suddenly this is a serious allegation and you're not saying a peep. I think that's worse.
I think you don't need to comment on everything, even if you're known to comment on everything. That's what makes it tough.
No, I think that's why
at some point, like,
I think that unless you're gonna own it, all right, because here's what I think: if it wasn't true, he would have already denied it.
Correct.
Exactly.
He would have already denied it.
Exactly.
You think? Wait, are we making that assumption?
He's too online. He's too online to not.
If I was accused of something like that and I knew for a fact that it wasn't me, I'm absolutely saying something. Right. 1000%. You're talking crap about people who you play with currently, who are in the same locker room as you.
There's Michael Irvin yesterday. Michael Irvin was doing his podcast. There's one where he puts like a meme of Michael Irvin's face, like looking in like in disbelief. So he used a screenshot of Michael Irvin's face, and then it was like how the team looked at me when I called out Steph Curry in film. And then Michael Irvin's like, "What do you got to use me for?" So even Michael Irvin's commenting on the alleged KD, like, dude, this thing has blown up.
It has
to a ridiculous proportion, and I don't know because like. SDS, does anybody care? I don't know. Do Rockets fans care? I don't know. Like, I gotta be honest with you. Kind of want to know if he's got anything on Pat Riley in there. Like, out of all these failed pursuits. I want to know. I want to know if he's got any honest thoughts on the Heat.
He probably does.
I would say, I don't know if it's better for him to say nothing or better for him to deny it. Because
you can't
even if he denies it, everybody's going to say, come on, KD, right? Even if he's telling the truth. And so you're in a no-win situation based on...
That's why I think nothing is probably the best strategy. Even if it's not a great strategy.
Correct. Gotcha.
It's probably the best strategy.
Okay.
Like, It's the best of a bad.
No, either way, people still think it's you.
Yes,
like
either way.
like,
But you
the
know what?
outcome is exactly the same. I just think that you put a little bit more of a doubt in people's mind if you come out and you confidently say, "Oh, like this isn't me." Even if you make a joke out of it, if it's like, "Come on, you guys, like let's be serious. Like that's not me."
But what if it is?
The thing is, it's like the only reason.
Then you're a liar.
Well, then, but
then you're a liar on top.
Okay,
of
but then
a
that's what I'm
talker.
saying. If you're
In today's world,
that's my whole
wait.
argument here, though. It's like if by him not saying anything,
In today's world,
Mhm.
I think if you turn on the TV, being called a liar is not the worst thing.
Oh, in today's day, listen, accountability's never been lower.
Right.
The only difference here is
Right.
in this weird world of sports is you have to go be in a locker room with these guys
Exactly.
and you have to play with them.
But again,
And-
if
and
if,
you
if he
secret- you
if he
secret-
does it with them,
Mhm.
who cares what everybody else thinks? Like,
So you think he addresses it with the team?
right?
so you
feel
think
like
that
he would.
you think that he told Devin Booker to his face that he was Mussolini or Stalin?
Or he said that
Okay.
wasn't me. As long as he tells the people involved,
Do you think that the players know? Like, I wonder what the group chats are like around the league.
I don't
He's on a
know.
very young team. They're all chronically online. I'm sure they've seen
Okay.
it and they probably
And he
like,
also has a no fun coach. Like that guy.
Yes.
Listen,
yeah,
his coach got fired in great scandal
great
because
scandal.
he was allegedly stripping
Right.
one of the executives' wives who also worked for the team.
Right.
The old Pen in the Company Inc. So he's been there before. Maybe ask Ime Udoka, how do you handle this?
No.
Not well.
I think
Cool.
if
No,
it is
I mean, he's
here,
doing fine. He's
if
still
it
a coach.
if there is a situation, I think Ime Udoka will clarify it in a meeting or something. Hey, KD, what's up? Or he'll pull KD aside and say, "Hey, I'm gonna,
Right.
say something in the meeting."
But it's also here's what is it weirder because he's obviously a legend, but he's only been there for what 5 months. Is
Mhm.
it weird? Like if we knew there was a Dwayne Wade group chat where he mother bleeped Hassan Whiteside, we'd get it.
No, you can't do that. Wait. So wait, you can't. There's no exceptions to the rule, dude.
It's a little different.
No, there's no exceptions to the rule.
The fact that this,
I don't care how bad the player is.
the
You
fact,
don't call out your teammates. Like we understand. So what if there's somebody on the Rockets that understands?
well, no, I think that's what everybody's saying. Like, look, Alperen Şengün does suck at defense. He makes good points. What he
Good
said about
points.
Jabari Parker, not nice.
No, that wasn't nice.
Okay,
That wasn't
whatever.
nice.
Whatever. But you
Especially Jabari Parker.
just gave KD a free pass to say those things.
If he was on a team,
Allegedly,
the
yeah.
problem is this spans every team that he's been on.
And it,
Allegedly.
and
Allegedly.
allegedly.
You
This
guys
is all
keep getting this
alleged.
word.
Allegedly.
Alleged. Well,
he
see,
touched
here's
like
the
one of the
problem.
greatest stars in NBA, like in the NBA history. He was talking crap about Stephen Curry.
There's never been who is this good, but just seems this miserable.
Exactly.
Can we think of? Let's see. Can we think of somebody who's that good?
The Joker. He's miserable and he's
But
great at basketball.
I don't think Joker would. do
He's not.
this.
No,
No, he's not, he doesn't care enough to
No.
do to go to this extent.
He's miserable in a
but he's
different way.
miserable.
He's got miserable face. It doesn't. You can't tell how
That's just-
happy or sad he is. He's just. So we just maybe say he may
doesn't-
be having the time of his life.
And
Yeah.
he clearly is not. He makes it very clear that he's not with his words.
Oh, with the
But
All-Star game, he's
I
not
don't-
having the time.
Yeah, but I don't.
But with
listen.
Horse,
I don't care about your attitude or your mindset or what you think. If you're out there playing and giving your all,
right?
that's all I care about. We're not like, if that means okay, we're not gonna hang out or go to barbecues or whatever, I'm good with that. So, like, yeah, if KD goes out and average 30 for the rest of the year, nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. If they're in the Western Conference Championship, nobody's gonna care. So
I'll tell you this: the Miami Heat, we may have dodged a bullet.
there
Yeah.
you go again.
We may
no,
have.
wait. Here, can I just
Could have been
say-
our drama.
Can I just give yourself a -1?
Why?
I'll explain. -1 first.
-1.
Here's the problem. I am sick and tired every time a player becomes either available almost available, or whatever. You get all excited. We go through 3 days of this.
Mhm.
They end up going somewhere else. Something happens. You go, we dodged the bullet.
May have.
No, you were acting like a fool to get all these players.
I wanted Kevin
Stop
Durant.
being a phony.
No, I wanted Kevin Durant, but we
Okay.
may have dodged the bullet.
How?
Well, I mean,
Wait.
imagine what he would have said about if he's talking about
Here-
Shingun. Imagine what he would have said about Tyler Hero. on
We're
defense.
adults here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of us.
Do you care about what KD says, or do you care about how he plays?
I care a little about what he says.
No, I don't. I don't.
come on, a little
Everybody's grown men. If KD is putting up numbers, nobody cares what he has to say. I'm saying he can say whatever he wants. You're going to look at those numbers. If I'm a Miami Heat fan,
Mhm.
or if I'm a Houston Rockets fan, and KD is running his mouth, 30 and 10, 30 and 5, 30 and whatever, throughout the rest of the season, they go to Western Conference Championship. I'm thinking to myself, I don't care what, talk trash. Who
Understood,
cares?
but
Okay, that's what he's there
it's been
for.
a while since he's done that kind of winning, too.
Hasn't been a while since he put up them kind of numbers,
No,
though.
I mean, he's always going to get his numbers. He's one of the greatest basketball players of this generation.
Okay, again. So
That's where
how can you say with the production that he has? I don't care about him being old man.
I'll tell you why. Because part of the problem is like these last 4 stops for him, basically since it's been Brooklyn, Phoenix, I guess 3 stops since he's left Golden State, even though that also ended poorly. It always ends poorly. And you would wonder if a guy of his generational talent, that should be good enough to always be in the conversation to be in the championship. And his teams haven't been that good since he left OKC.
Hold on.
Or since he left Golden State, excuse me.
Hold on.
Mhm.
You just explained Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler got to the finals.
But every stop has
But
ended.
Jimmy Butler's teams, Jimmy Butler, for the majority of his Heat career, they were in the conversation for best team in the conference.
Yeah.
They were.
So
Kevin Durant hasn't been in that conversation.
All right.
He's a better player.
It's not because of him.
I don't know.
Like,
Why are the Suns better this year?
the guy has. Now, I will say this. I would say Golden State did a better job with KD than a lot of these other teams that
Yeah, but
also
they were-
have another star.
They got to add Kevin Durant to their team. Like that's
Right.
That nobody's gonna be able to do this. You know,
Right. But
like there's a 3-game difference between them and the Suns this year. He
Okay.
left the Suns.
okay. But they still got booked.
Okay. But like you would think losing Kevin Durant, like you would think that would you not?
That's
not a
what-
little
here,
surprising to you?
Yes and no. It is surprising that there are only 3 games above.
Dylan Brooks is having a more
So-
positive influence on that team than Kevin Durant.
But
did.
here's the issue, and this is what I say about Golden State. Golden State did a better job of incorporating KD than a lot of these teams do, because again, we've had this situation down here when the Big Three started. We started with it's either LeBron or D Wade, and like they had success, but KD and Book kind of did the same thing.
It's not that surprising though. They're 3 of the greatest spacers of all time. Like
Right.
if you have Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant, they can score anywhere. He did
Right.
great. I'm not taking away. Like he's
But
he's not.
that team
it-
was better suited to accommodate KD
But-
than a lot of these
Yeah,
teams.
but he's basically gotten so what you're saying is he got to go into the ecosystem and basically go into a perfect place. But since he's had say on where he wants to go,
yeah, right, because it's the other players, kind of with him. I'm not saying
he
like
picked those players.
Huh?
He picked those players.
to
Like,
go to that team. I'm like, no, he just picked to go to that team. He didn't pick all those players.
Oh, in Brooklyn he did.
Oh, in Brooklyn, yeah. Well, they had injuries.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Saw some busy thumbs on Twitter today, but I don't know if it's real or not. That's the problem with the internet.
Whose thumbs is it?
I'm going to save it for new headlines, Jennifer, because we got to get the damages done. So I'm going to save it.
Sure.
I'm going to save it. That's called a radio tease. Also, you want to know what we got coming up at 12:20? Jennifer and her Hank Williams Jr. tickets.
I love how you I don't know what you're singing.
You know what? You don't know the.
No,
you don't know.
First off, you're not saying words.
What do you mean? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows.
No,
You
not.
know what I'm singing. You get it. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, you guys are full of it. Is what you are.
You don't know. What do you mean full of it? You've never heard the "Are You Ready for Some Football" Monday Night Football song? When did they stop playing that? Was she 5? Wouldn't you remember it? You had a great memory at 5.
No, she was 4 that way.
When did Hank Williams? Well, I know Hank Williams as I don't know when he lost the Monday Night Football song. When did Monday Night Football stop using Hank Williams Jr.? He was removed in 2011. How old are you?
I was 11.
You should have remembered it then.
11. You don't
Dickhead.
remember what she said?
What
Her age is the same as the year.
There you go.
It's very simple just to remember my age that way.
A Monday Night Monday.
But at 11 years old, Brittany hadn't really tapped into her love of sports yet. So for me, it's always been Carrie Underwood.
Did you just talk to you in the third
S-
person?
Yeah,
Yes, you did.
sure did.
Sometimes you have to talk in the third person to get a point across, Leroy.
Fair enough. Let us get to the damage is done, my friend. Go on. All right. Apparently, it's official. Mike Tyson is facing Floyd Mayweather in April in the Congo. The damage is done, my friend. I don't know what to tell you. I can't believe this is a real thing, my friend. Mike Tyson said he's going to kick Floyd Mayweather's ass when he was on with us. Not going to watch?
I have a feeling this is going to look like which one of y'all hit me? Floyd go hit pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Because, I mean, Tyson in his last fight had like a run of like 12 seconds where he looked like
God.
Tyson.
Yeah.
And then he looked like
I like the people who still think that he was sedated, like he didn't try his hardest against Jake Paul. Like, he's old. The old aren't very good at fighting.
Can he stop? That fight made me very uncomfortable.
The Mike Tyson
Yeah,
Jake Paul fight?
it made me very uncomfortable.
Were you comfortable when Jake Paul got his jaw broken in 3 places?
I couldn't have been more comfortable.
Weren't you guys there?
I was there.
She was there. not
Boots on
me.
the ground?
I was boots on the ground.
it was crazy. Like, I don't know. I
That dude's
watched it.
fist went through. You saw it go through both parts of his jaw. It was crazy.
It was fantastic.
What did you think was going to happen in that? Like, he didn't even step up to like average heavyweight. He stepped up to world champion heavyweight.
Yep.
And guess what happened?
Smoothies.
Smoothies was crazy.
But his Twitter thumbs were still working, unfortunately.
That's
those
what he
the Twitter
does.
thumbs?
That's what he does. He keeps chirping.
Yeah.
Keeps chirping. But I don't know about this one, dude. Mike Tyson, I'd rather just like him to live his life in Palm Beach and relax. I'm sure it's not. You know, can Mike Tyson get hurt by Floyd Mayweather? Probably not. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't
His
know.
feelings.
What's the age difference?
20 years.
Yeah, something like that. 18 years.
Yeah.
How old's Floyd? Floyd's 50 now.
10. Not even 10 then.
Floyd Mayweather is 48.
Tyson's what?
Tyson's what, 64?
No. He's young, my age.
59.
59.
Yeah, not too long. Not too bad.
Oh, okay. So it's just gonna be old people fighting.
Just old people fighting.
Great.
I liked Mike Tyson, 5 years ago when Mike fought Roy Jones. I thought that was a good fight. It was very entertaining. Now Roy didn't train
at all.
But seeing Mike Tyson look good was
I
impressive.
think that was the most disappointing thing because I remember what Roy Jones was. I mean, he couldn't find anybody to fight in his weight class.
What do you got for damages done, Leroy?
So I was watching, like, when you flip through the Olympics, a lot of times you don't get an option of what you want to watch because they'll show 3 events. You might want to watch one of those events, but the other event is on. So it was monobob and ice skating. So I'm like, please, monobob.
I can't take you seriously when you say monobob.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I feel like you're making a nickname for Sergei Bobrovsky.
That's what it's called.
I mean,
So
I'm not doubting that. That's
anyway,
a ridiculous thing to call it.
So anyway,
why don't they just call it like single bobsled or bobsled singles? Monobob sounds ridiculous.
Okay.
I know it's not your name.
Yeah, I didn't make that name up.
It just sounds
So
bad.
so anyway, I switched to the channel ice skating. And they're promoting this guy called the Quad God.
Quad God, yeah. That's the guy I was asking about last week.
Okay.
Yes.
Ilia Malinin.
Yes.
Quad guy had a problem with staying on his feet.
Hey, leave him. Hey, leave him alone.
He blew it.
Oh.
No, he did not.
He blew it.
They
No,
said,
you
well,
guys-
hold on.
Sorry, I'm
Let
taking
me
over your
finish.
damage. I feel very strongly about this. Continue.
He never mentioned the ice or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
However, 20 of the 25 skaters fell,
Mm-hmm.
which then they were complaining about the ice. He never used the ice. He said he got caught up in the moment and blah, 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 blah. It's the Winter Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
What are the requirements of the Winter Olympics?
Good ice.
Frozen stuff.
Yep.
Snow, ice, whatever. Poor ice should never be a reason that these competitors can't perform to their highest of ability.
It sounds like you're coming to my side about having this in the North Pole. This is exactly my point yesterday when I brought up
Wait,
Quad
but
God.
are
Can I
you?
finish when my damage is done?
Oh, now you know
the
how
only
it
guy who can
feels.
talk about the Quad God.
Olympics. Do better. Like, you should never have poor conditions when you've had 4 years to plan for every situation. So I didn't get a chance to see Quad God. I got to see bumper carts because his ass kept bouncing off the ice.
Damage is done.
Terrible event.
I mean, if everybody else dealt with it, but he dealt with it multiple times. He blew it.
Everybody
no,
fell.
No,
He blew it.
The only guys that
Tobin,
won medals
no,
weren't the best skaters because they just stayed
weren't.
upright.
They
Win
weren't
the
even
game.
favorites to medal.
Right.
It was 18 out of 20 of the skaters fell.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So the guys who didn't fall won.
Yes.
Yes, essentially.
That's it.
You got to play the field that you're dealt.
They need to redeem themselves.
We would kill the Dolphins if they couldn't win in the snow.
We
If
do.
Quad God couldn't handle it, sorry, tough.
That's
There's
crazy.
Better luck in
you
4
have
years.
no control over the ice though.
Yeah, you have no control over
You
that.
don't know how bad the ice is
The
before
dude
you
from
go out there.
The Kazakhstan guy did fine.
18 out of 20 people fell who had not fallen at
That should-
all.
That should mean something.
It
Right.
does.
It
Like
does.
Ilia Malinin never fell in any qualifiers, in the finals,
Right.
anything. He didn't fall at all into the last skate, and then 18 other people also fell. That's crazy.
If you are the Quad God,
The man
need-
backflips on the ice.
I saw it. I watched him backflip, but after he fell, damage was done.
You act like this is something that he does all the time.
Yeah, like this is not.
No, I
and,
mean, I
and
looked
then
at it
we're
as
gonna
a,
sit here and like,
if you're the face of the Olympics, you
It's
can't
on-
choke in that spot.
No, he didn't choke.
and he didn't choke. So 18 other people choked too.
People crushed Simone Biles for saying she couldn't do it, but
But that
She
that
also-
was different
But that
reasons.
was that was mental.
She ate on
mental.
ice.
And she ate on
I
ice.
feel like people are giving Quad. You guys are giving Quad God a pass.
We are not giving
I'm
him
not
a pass.
giving him a
And
pass.
he
Not a
didn't
pass.
even give
He doesn't
himself a
want your
pass.
pass.
He didn't even.
He
Yeah,
didn't
he
even
didn't
give
even
himself a
mention
pass.
the
So why do you feel
ice.
bad for him?
Because I just feel
Because
bad
it should.
for him.
Listen,
He's the quad
In
god.
all competitions, you want all the parties to have the best possible scenarios so you can see the best. Who is the best? If that ice is that bad, the winner shouldn't be determined by who stays upright.
It shouldn't be, but it is. Like, though, you got to play.
No, it should be, because the way that.
So you guys want an Olympics do-over for Quad God?
I'm just saying, I think it is crazy that we're complaining
Not
about
just
ice in the
it's
Winter
also the
Olympics. I do agree with Leroy
that's
here.
Very American of you guys. What about Kazakhstan?
Isn't the point of the Olympics?
That guy was just as shocked that he won.
He was
not even shocked.
Bad for him.
Everybody else fell. I didn't fall. I win.
Only in Kazakhstan. All they cared
terrible.
Yeah, because the whole point, the way that skating works is the only thing that's being scored
Oh.
is whatever your trick is that you land on one foot.
Here's a question.
Anything else doesn't matter.
If Leroy and Tobin were a two-man luge team, how would the positioning go?
It won't.
I would
That's
definitely
it.
steer. You would have to be the push-off.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The two-man, not the two-man bobsled.
Two-man luge.
The two-man luge.
Who steers?
I would say this. It would never happen because we would be fighting for positioning.
Jennifer, what is your damage?
I don't
Are
really
you
have-
also making excuses for the Quad God?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
I'm not making excuses
Stop
for him.
being
He
so
didn't make
hard on people.
excuses.
Well, then why are you guys whining about the ice? You know? When we lost the Winter Classic, we had to take it on the chin. Oh, well. You know? I sat here for years talking about Goran Dragic and his foot in the finals. You told me to shut up. Be a man.
That's injury, though.
Mm.
That's totally different.
Should have watched if the ice was healthy.
You guys are literally falling for this man
I
right
know.
now.
I know.
I watched it. I watched it
No, you
live.
didn't.
I did.
Stayed
I
south.
don't think so.
You did
Relax.
not watch it live.
I did
believe
watch
you
it live.
No, you
whatsoever.
didn't.
Slight tape delay. I watched it an hour after it happened, only because
Mhm.
everybody said the Quad God choked. I'm like, I got to see this.
Mhm.
Because I asked you guys the day before. I was like, who is this guy?
I remember.
I wasn't here. If not, I would have filled you in because I'm really into the ice skating. I love ice skating.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. He choked.
He did not.
Imagine Lewis Hamilton blaming the racetrack.
Oh, here he
How would you
goes.
feel about him?
They did when
he
the
blames
first
the
time they
car
raced in
all the
Vegas.
time because
The first time they raced in Vegas, they blamed the track.
they
look.
did.
Bad look.
And they don't like road courses, and they blame the cars all the time
Bad
instead
look.
of themselves.
Okay. Well, I don't like that.
You're full of it.
I don't like that. Sorry.
You're full of it.
What damage is done for you, Jennifer?
I didn't really have one until I bit into my granola bar
Mhm.
drain break. I think I kind of messed up my retainer. Not gonna lie.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Granola's a dangerous game.
It's very dangerous.
Do you have any other damage, Brittany, or just the Quad
No,
God?
I wasn't even gonna say that, but he reawoke something in me. No, my damage is done goes to the reporter who asked. I don't know if you saw this. Who asked Devin Booker during All-Star Weekend if he watched Bad Bunny's performance. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I did not
Do you
see
think that reporter was do you think he was
I think
genuine?
no,
and
I think they're
didn't know?
oblivious. I think he was genuinely oblivious when he asked that question. But it is hysterical to me that you wouldn't how do you not realize not to ask that question? That's a crazy thing not
The
to.
reporter asked Devin Booker had he seen the Bad Bunny halftime show, but Bad Bunny stole his Jenner.
Yeah. So do you think that he was watching that? No, he was like, I'm Mexican, but I wasn't watching. And he gave this face, did this guy really just ask me this question?
Sometimes those international was he an international reporter?
I can't honestly, he might have been one of the Spanish reporters or something like that. But it was just very uncomfortable and damage is done to that guy.
I actually
do your research.
I didn't know they weren't dating. I thought they were still together.
There's been
Weren't
rumors.
weren't they just flirting on the Tonight Show?
They were just flirting on online and stuff, so they might be getting back together. But
That might actually make it worse, to be honest
exactly, it just seems
with you.
it just seems more intentional.
You were just on one today.
What do you mean?
You just you just. Oh my goodness! The hell's wrong with you?
What? Because it'd be worse. If you lost her, all right, whatever. The past is in the past. But if you were back with Jenner and then Bad Bunny is up there, saying selfie, say cheese, and you're like, this is who you were with?
Give yourself a -1 right
Yeah,
now.
no, honestly,
Why?
that
Literally.
was
That's his most famous line.
Tobin,
-1.
-1.
-1.
You're going to argue that's not his most famous line?
It definitely
It's
is.
the only thing the
just-
whites
I'm
know.
gonna argue that it did not.
But you
sound
could have said
right.
it in Spanish. It's meant to be saying in Spanish.
I'm not going to put an accent on for you guys. That would be worse.
You do that all the time. What are you
No, only
talking
when
about?
Only when it's intangible accents. I know the rules.
Mhm. Sure.
He does not go anywhere near.
I know the rules, dude.
Do you?
You could speak Spanish without an accent.
He does it.
You do
all
the time. You
though,
speak Spanish all the
okay?
time.
I'm not comfortable. You guys have pushed it too far.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
Pushed it too far.
Crazy.
And you don't know how many times I try to get him, and he looks over at me and goes,
Mm-mm.
nope, nope, nope.
Finzo wants to see the German accent again. I can't summon that. It was in the moment.
His Speedy Gonzalez accent is not tolerated.
Take a break. Back with more after this. a.m. as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Get to our headlines this hour. Brought to us by Doral Volkswagen. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Volkswagen. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com as the Miami Hurricanes back on the hardwood tonight, taking on Virginia Tech at 8 o'clock. We're going to keep things going at the Watsco. You'll be able to hear that game right here on QAM tonight as we're getting close. We're only a couple weeks away from March, getting there. So good to see the Marlins. They began their first full squad workout yesterday with at spring training, and Bruce Sherman, he was spelling the word win, so you know he's serious.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
That also,
we will do what's requisite given our revenues and given who we are as an organization. And I'm excited. I'm not in this for a profit at all. We haven't taken a nickel out of this in 8 years. We just keep putting money in, okay? And I'm happy to do that, and the ownership group is pleased to do that. We want to win, W-I-N, period.
that makes it believable.
Anyway, Peter Bendix, he said other things, like he expects to win multiple World Series. Bold.
We welcome the pressure. The whole idea here is to win. That's what we're doing. Every single day is trying to win. And we're trying to win not just one season, not just 2 seasons. We're trying to win for as many seasons as we can, for a long period of time. Sustained success are more than just words. It means important games in September every year. It means playing in October every year. It means winning multiple World Series. That's what we're trying to do. Everything that we do every day, everything that you see, everything that you don't see, it's all towards that goal.
All right, there you go. Peter Bendix said
So-
Jupiter yesterday.
Here's the problem with that. If you're not paying, there's absolutely no way you could sustain it.
RV Richie just goes, punchable voice.
No, like his voice. I don't think I've ever really heard his voice so
His
right
voice-
that it's atrocious.
His voice sounds like stats.
But you understand, right? So if you're not spending a lot, what happens when you actually get good and you got to pay your players?
I don't think that's what the deal is. I think what they're going to do is we're going to get ahead of it and we're going to get rid of them before.
Right. But that's my
what they're gonna
point. So how can you sustain victories?
do. Being good at your job of evaluating talent, which has honestly been one of the bigger problems than spending for the Marlins. They haven't been good at evaluating.
It's who you give the money to. That's been the problem.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely been
if
some
you're not
bad
evaluating talent
Their
well,
biggest-
you're giving too much money to the wrong guys.
The biggest problem the Marlins have had over the last when was the Yelich trade? That was 2017, so almost 10 years. The Marlins finding star offensive talent in the draft or international has been atrocious.
Man,
They
I
got
thought JJ Bidet was going to be the guy.
Yeah, you got to find. They haven't been able to find those guys since that evaluation. Now that's not Peter Bendix. I mean, Peter Bendix been there for a couple of years. I mean, that's Derek Jeter being terrible at his job, which is what he was. Him and his bozo Gary Denbo, and having Mike Hill around to botch another trade. You know,
Bendix like Beckham.
you're a child, Lazy River. Anyway, Marlins will start spring training play on Saturday in Port St. Lucie for those who want to go up there and check out the fish. I'm like to make it out to spring training. I like spring training. Love the backfields. Love them.
In our little corner by the food.
Yeah, dude. The this was news before the show. This got me excited. Speaking of old timers fighting, so we talked about Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be fighting in the Congo. MVP, which is Jake Paul's promotion, they are putting on their first MMA match on Netflix, headlined by Ronda Rousey, who's going to be fighting Gina Carano in a 5-round fight at 145 pounds. And I'm not going to lie, I got very excited for this fight. I don't care that they haven't fought. I mean, Gina Carano has not fought in 2009, 16 years, 17 years. That's a long time, dude. That's a long time.
It's who do you root for? Because it's two people that pretty much have.
Who do I root for is a good question. I don't know. Ronda hasn't fought since 2016 when she got the
Who has done more damage to their brand?
Whew. Well, very different reasons.
Very different reasons.
Very different reasons. Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian for social media posts.
And
was in a, but I believe she won. Did she not win her wrongful termination suit? I believe she did. I'm not sure. Ronda Rousey, she did damage because she was a sore loser.
She was basically female Conor McGregor.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hype behind Ronda Rousey was immense.
Yeah. Female, yeah. So it should be interesting. I'd watch it.
Oh, I'm watching it. I can't wait to watch this fight. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that, like, both of them are.
Yeah, Gina won her case, somebody said.
Yeah, she did win her case.
Right.
But she did not go back to The Mandalorian.
No.
Which, by the way, is that a movie that's coming out? Mandalorian and Grogu?
Mandalorian and Yoda.
Grogu.
You call him Grogu, I call him Yoda.
So-
Is there, like, he comes from a family of Yodas, but does anybody know any other names other than Yoda?
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Right.
Stun Steve says she last fought in Elite XC, the company that bankrupted after Kimbo lost. I believe she last fought in Strike Force. She lost to Cyborg when Cyborg was on the juice.
Oh, my goodness.
She was juiced to the gills.
Isn't that she, before every fight, she would skip back and forth like she had too much energy?
Oh, Cyborg?
Yeah.
Probably. But these are, like, I would say the two, I mean, you're talking about pioneers of women's MMA getting back in there. Now, and the thing that sucks is, like, look, we were supposed to have last month, we were supposed to have Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison, which was going to be GOAT versus the woman who was coming for everything that she had. And
who got hurt? Somebody.
Kayla Harrison. She had neck surgery, had a vertebrae.
Right.
They go in there, they go in the neck. She had like this scar like right across her throat. I was like, geez, Louise.
Ooh, they had to go through the front.
Yeah, dude, it looked gnarly. So I don't know if she's ever gonna. I don't know if she's what her fight career is going to be. But the other thing that's interesting about this, to be honest with you, Leroy, is not just the fact that we're going to get to see two legends fight. And I don't know if either one should be fighting. I mean, that's a fair question, Jennifer. If they should be fighting. Did you watch Gina Carano fight?
Not really, no. I back then I would watch more Ronda
Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch Ronda Rousey fight, Brittany?
Yes, I did.
Did you like Ronda Rousey?
Like is a big word. It was just kind of like my family would always pay for the fights and I would just watch them.
Yeah, she was of the era like when people would like go out to bars and watch.
Yeah, but then
her and McGregor.
I just remember her fights being like over super fast.
Dude, they were so when she was on it, when she beat Kat Zingano in like 15 seconds, put her in a belly down armbar, I was like, holy crap. And then she got a little froggy with the hands. She beat like Betch Koeha, and then everybody's like, oh, she's just as good a boxer. Big mistake. And then she got head kicked by Holly Holm, and then she got destroyed by Amanda Nunes. Not a good striker, not her thing, but she got a false insecurity with it, and she didn't handle her loss as well. She also wasn't very popular in WWE, but she was there for a while. But the thing that honestly interests me about this, we have been waiting for somebody to try and get in the MMA game that could not compete with the UFC, but give a little something. No, the PFL blew it. You blew it. I don't know why I'm yelling over there. They blew it, Leroy, the PFL. Mm-hmm. All right. So if MVP is going to use that Netflix money to start paying some fighters, maybe we could get something going here. I don't know. Netflix is like, they seem to only be in the big fight games, so I don't know if they're going to be able to do it for everything. But, you know, maybe we see, you know, Cain Velasquez just got out of jail. Maybe they do Cain Velasquez versus Francis Ngannou. What?
That's where we are in the fight game.
Well, he got out. He was. I mean, he got jailed for a terrible reason.
Right.
Remember, his son was being abused, and he shot at a car for the guy who went after his son. But he ended up, I think, shooting the other guy in the car. So he went to jail, but he got out in like a year.
Okay.
But that was a detour. Anyway, all I'm saying is I was excited to see that MVP is stepping into this game and Netflix is kind of getting into the MMA game. They've never done MMA before.
Okay.
Why aren't you as excited about this?
I am.
You don't seem it.
I got Netflix. It's free. I don't have to.
Tobin.
I don't have to.
Am I being selfish?
No.
No.
I just think this is more your thing. Like,
but here's the deal. You get got with names regardless of where they are in their career. And like some of these fights are like
this could be terrible.
10 years too late.
Yeah, this could be terrible.
So that's my point. Like, I mean, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey are what, in their 40s?
Gina is 43, Ronda's 39.
Okay, like
Schmieden says,
if those were two men that should have fought 16 years ago, like
I watched Tito versus Chuck 3. We were there.
Dude.
Schmieden, remember when Oscar De La Hoya put that on?
Yeah.
Schmieden says, Netflix, you're home for Netflix, you're home for wash circus fights.
Right.
That's not fair.
Stop trying to force your fight goosies on Leroy. That's what it seems like. He's trying to convince me of goosies.
I love those old CBS Showtime fights.
I mean, I get it. I understand it. Like the names, it sounds like a great fight. One's 43 and one's 39, and they haven't fought in a while.
Well, there was some buzz that
One
Ronda
is doing movies.
The other thing, I
Right.
think the thing that stunned me, I'm not even as excited for the matchup physically because I don't know how that's going to look. It probably could look bad. I mean, we could be talking like, Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou, like that.
Right.
But I think I'm excited for the sport that someone's getting in the game. And a lot of people thought Ronda was going. There's been buzz Ronda's going to come back for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody assumed she was going to come back to the UFC. And Dana loves her. Like Dana has always been like, oh, Ronda's the best. Ronda's the best. And so everybody assumed, oh, she wants to go on the White House card. She's like, nah, playa. I don't want to go on the White House card. But you figured still the UFC is like, well, whatever, dude. We're on Paramount. We're going to have Ronda Rousey fight. So the fact that Netflix swooped in here and stole Ronda Rousey, kind of interesting.
Well, I think here's the problem I think UFC is having with all these other cards, and especially Netflix putting on some of these things. They're going to pay their fighters so much more money than the UFC will. And so maybe she goes to the UFC and fights a couple of times. But first, she's going to get the money.
Yeah, get that Netflix back.
Right. And so I don't understand why, like, and UFC definitely can't spend money now, right? But I think that's where this is. UFC has had kind of a stronghold on all of MMA. They've never had to give only a couple of guys real money. And it's almost like they all Hunger Games. The UFC was Hunger Games. Like these guys trying to work their way up to get those 1 or 2 or 3 fights at the end for the title. And now other people are swooping in and saying, hey, I know you want to be with the UFC.
Right.
Come get this bag first.
Sure. Yeah,
and
because
they're
I don't
putting
know.
on bigger fights.
I don't know if anybody's going to be able to put on and compete. I don't know if they will, but if they can get some big fights and maybe lure some people away,
right?
I think it's interesting. And then maybe that gets some UFC guys pay better. I don't know.
The thing is, there's never been anywhere to compete enough to force UFC to do better by their fighters.
Nope, not at all. Tate South says there was some reverb to those sneezes. You're not kidding. Anyway, I've talked too much about this. I'm sorry. I nerded out.
You don't have to apologize. It's okay.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Oh, I was nodding my head in agreement. You don't have to
say,
apologize.
I never agree with you.
You know what we should do to celebrate?
Get to your teaser or give out my tickets.
Bingo. Give away your tickets, dude.
Bingo.
Who do you want to give the Hank Williams Jr. tickets for?
I'm going to give it to caller number 6.
Caller 6 right now to 305-567-0560. Caller 6 to 305-567-0560 gets tickets to the legendary Hank Williams Jr. at the I Think Financial Amphitheater this June. Caller 6 to 305-567-0560 is going to win a pair of tickets to see Hank Williams Jr. How about a Boston football? Caller 6 to 305-567-0560 is going to win those tickets. Jennifer has tickets all week, but right now, caller 6 to 305-567-0560 wins the Hank Williams Jr. tickets. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Who won the tickets, Brittany? Who won the tickets?
Paul.
Oh, Paul, congratulations on winning the Hank Williams Jr. tickets, and you will be going in June to the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Jennifer will have more tickets tomorrow to give away, so check that on out. I'm glad I waited on this story, but now Leroy's not here, so I wonder if I should wait a little bit more because there's been an update on this story, and it has to do with, well, one of the most, I think, beloved remaining members of the Miami Dolphins. Some of you may refer to him as the Penguin. His name is Jaylen Waddle. And so, again, in today's day and age, you got to be careful, all right? I feel like there's a lot of lying going on. There's a lot of AI. There's a lot of Photoshop. People just determine things, boom, willy-nilly. You got to give it its fair time to see if it's real or not, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that I waited on this because we have an update to the story.
Can I just say,
No, do tell.
no,
What do you
no,
have to say,
no.
Leroy?
there's some people in the building that ought to be more
Mhm.
careful of their food intake.
Oh, he's
I had
fast.
to use the bathroom. Let me tell you.
They blew it up.
Oh my goodness. Whoever it was in it.
No.
Why are you outing people?
They were going
I
on.
don't know who it was.
They were going on auditory struggles.
Auditory struggles is crazy.
That's an insane thing to
Stop
say.
that.
-1.
I felt like he was in there trying to lift his
So he was in
career
there.
high.
He was in
personal
there.
best.
Dude was in there sounding like Tony Romo.
He no. He wasn't going, "Ooh, Jim." It's like he needed a spot because the weight was too heavy.
I don't know
And
why.
you'll see right here, hold, and then another hold right there. I think it was.
Yep. That's about it.
Oh no!
Oh my lord.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I almost passed out because I was trying to hold my breath.
Really? Is that bad,
I
huh?
was like,
Whew. Well, that's because you're too scared to go into that host bathroom.
well, I'll go in there. Listen, I'll go in there if it was quick, but I walked all the way down.
Mhm.
Right. And yeah, and that you got to keep your head on a swivel in that middle bathroom.
Yep.
Always like, did I lock the door?
That's
Did I-"
true.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'm terrified of that.
So there was this account, right? That I think is a fake account. I think it's a fake account.
Wait, we talk about Leroy getting got.
Mhm.
Yo, I'm telling you,
Well, he's already
I'm putting the.
preparing
I was like,
you.
that's
Okay.
fake. That's got to be
okay.
fake.
Who's
But
it
then
about?
something happened. I didn't know if it was real, and then now I have an update on it. So
Okay.
the first part of it, let me just make sure I have these in the correct order. Okay. The first part of it was this tweet from I don't know. He's like fake Adam Schefter. I don't know what his name is. Adam Farrell, who I think is a fake account. And he just put Dolphins wide receiver Jaylen Waddle reportedly told the Dolphins front office, me next, after the release of Bradley Chubb and Tyreek Hill. Things are not looking good in Miami. And I was like, nobody has that information. That has to be ridiculously fake. There's no way that's true.
Right.
That he would tell. We think that it's
Me
leaked
next.
already that day. Me next. First of all, it goes against everything Jaylen Waddle ever.
He doesn't really talk.
He doesn't.
Like that.
He doesn't act like that.
Right.
That seems crazy. So
Right.
again, I'm just going through the internet here, people. For those who are not watching on YouTube and Twitch, I don't believe that account to be real. But then I was like, I don't know if this is real because again, the internet is very hard to distinguish. So then this Adam Farrell cat, he comes out there and he is like, "Ha! Look who liked my tweet." And then he's got a screen grab there that appears to show Jaylen Waddle liking his fake news.
Now question.
Now, go ahead, Britt. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry, excuse you.
Thank you. There's no check mark. Does he have a check mark?
I don't know if he does or not.
Okay.
I don't know
'cause
if he does.
This could determine if this is a lie or not.
So whether he may have liked it, he may have liked it, he may not have liked it. This Adam Farrell, who seems to be a parody fake reporter, maybe he just made up the screenshot, or maybe Jaylen Waddle happened to see it on his For You page. Maybe Jaylen Waddle had fat thumbs. I don't know. I can't tell you anymore because this rat bastard Elon Musk took away public likes, so I can't go and confirm it.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now before sorry
But-
to cut you off. He
Mhm.
does not have a check mark.
Okay, Jaylen Waddle does not have a check mark. Well, Jaylen Waddle did update the story because Jaylen Waddle then came out and he addressed the story the only way Jaylen Waddle can, which is he went to the original tweet
Mhm.
and he put the cap emoji.
I just saw that. Yeah.
So he's saying this is made up. And this is as of
Yeah,
within-
but here's the problem. We know what that means. You think the Dolphins know what that means? You think Halfley and Sully know what cap means?
Sully's got to know what
For
cap
sure.
means.
No way.
I think so. You're
They're
underestimating them.
young.
Leroy, they
Leroy.
have to
They
deal with
walk
so
around
many
here like
young
Tyler Hero.
people.
Okay.
Hmm?
Their environment is not. So you saying they could kick it with Tyler Hero?
I don't know.
You don't
Stands
know
off of the
that.
lingo.
They
I don't know.
can't. They're younger.
They are younger,
Just because you're
but intangible.
just because you're young.
My dad knows what cap is.
Does he?
Like, yes.
You sure?
Did you tell him?
Did you tell him?
No, he knows what that means.
I'm just saying. Like, we making assumptions that, just because he put cap up there, that everybody knows what that means.
No cap.
No cap. You use it in the right time.
Thank you, Tyler. Here's the thing. I have a question though. Still, I have unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Since Jaylen Waddle doesn't think the likes would have gotten public, is he now doing damage control because he knows that maybe he liked that tweet, but I don't know if that like is real or not. But maybe he liked it, or maybe he had fat thumbs, and so then he felt like he needed to address it.
So how did
by
he have
putting
fat
cap.
thumbs? So he liked it.
Trying to take off
Might
the
have.
stink a little
He
bit.
might have.
It might have been fake.
It could be fake. I don't know. It could be fake. I don't know. But
So when we know there's a lot of this going on the internet,
yes,
why do we have all these conversations about everything?
I don't know.
Right?
We're just talking it out. We're trying.
You're
to
talking it out. I don't pay no attention to it.
We're trying. We're
It's
trying.
just like thinking the front office understands what cap means. They got other problems than what people are saying on Twitter.
So do you think that? Well, they would know if he said "me next," so it would feel unnecessary for him to say
Right.
cap to that.
Right.
But he's just getting it out there for the public in case maybe he had a fat thumb slip. Because here's the thing with likes on Twitter. You're just scrolling. Boop. If you get it, it's not a double tap. It's not
Yeah.
like Instagram.
Right.
Like when LeBron James liked that ass during the playoffs, that's 2 taps. Boop, boop.
Oh, so they confirm and
That confirms it.
okay.
Twitter, they could slip by anybody.
I don't know. I try not to like things because I don't want.
Was that a pun?
Hmm?
Double tap?
Get your head out of the gutter, Jennifer.
Nope.
-1 for making it weird.
You made it weird.
You made it weird, dude.
We know what you're thinking.
So do we think Jaylen Waddle is capping with his cap, or do we think that he doesn't really want to be out of here? Because maybe he doesn't want to be out of here. I would understand if Jaylen Waddle did want to be out of here. Why would you want to be here? It's time to go. It's
But
over.
I don't. Here's the problem. I don't even think he really acts that way, right? He's just kind of. It is what it is.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that's scary
Maybe he
about
didn't
that
think-
whole situation.
Maybe this reporter that he thought was real but is fake, maybe he thought that he wouldn't snitch.
No.
Because the only way-
I just don't. I don't
Enough of
think
that.
that he even. I don't think that he even. I don't think that he even responds to stuff like he's so laid back and
He does seem
right.
that way.
That doesn't even seem like something he would say.
Brittany.
The only reason why I think it could be him doing damage control is because he went back to the original tweet and said cap after there had been reports that he liked the tweet instead of just coming out and maybe responding to the tweet of him liking that tweet and putting cap on that. He went back to the original to make it almost seem like he never saw that tweet until he responded to it.
You can always, and I'll always accept, this isn't like a Kevin Durant 900 things allegedly that are out there. This is maybe a one slip up. Anybody could have a fat thumb moment. What?
I just like it. First of all, that person has to have it in him to even talk or say something like that.
Mm-hmm.
At no point in Jaylen Waddle's career has he even been lippy enough to say something like that.
This is why I think public likes on Twitter need to come back.
Agreed.
Because I could always go back, and if they left it up there, I know they want you to know they liked it.
Right.
Mhm.
I can't distinguish between a fat thumb, because here's the thing. If you, let's say I tweeted something, but somebody famous liked it. Well, I can go right away. I'm going to know that they liked it. And if I'm a rat fink bastard, I could screenshot and be like, look who liked this.
Right.
That's what this fake reporter did. But you might have just slipped. But you also think, well, no one's going to know. They can't look at my likes. If I could go back to the likes and it wasn't there anymore, then all of a sudden, you got a little plausible deniability.
You could erase the likes or whatever.
Yeah, I just think it's weird that he went back to the original tweet instead of responding to the tweet that claimed that he liked that tweet.
Evan 11 says, fat thumbs, double taps, no caps.
Point for Twitcher.
Stun Steve says, I would totally believe Tyreek saying me next, not Waddle.
For sure.
That's true.
100%.
We also don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Well, that's why I don't believe he would say it, but he probably, if he did like it, let's say he liked it and he didn't think the guy was going to snitch on him. He just thought that's funny.
Like, this is the same guy who we didn't win for 5 games straight and still like, fans for the win. Like, if he was all excited.
I
You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
he tries.
He tries very hard.
His heart is in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Waddle's heart is in the right place.
I mean, he doesn't say anything.
That's exactly.
What do you mean? Like, that's fine. I would rather it be that way, so that when situations like this present itself, you can just say, without knowing what the story is, that doesn't even sound like him. End of story.
He has some good credibility built up.
Right.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. By the way, congratulations to TC from Kiss Country. Him and his wife welcoming in a baby boy today.
Nice.
So congrats
I didn't know.
to their family. All the best to you guys. Will TC raise him a Dolphins fan? That's the question. And put him through the misery as well.
I feel like yes.
I
You
feel
won't
like
know
yes.
any
Do
better
not
till he's
season, I
10.
suppose.
Why are we doing this again, Dad?
I mean, I did it my whole childhood.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yep.
I mean, put it this way. My team growing up never had a winning record
Yeesh.
until I was in college.
I gotta tell you, the Heat are still my sons. They've done a lot of good. They made the sign from Bernie and all that. He still loves the Heat, but we still talk about that night against the Utah Jazz last year. He goes, "Oof, they got killed." I got offered to go to a game. He's like, "Yeah, why don't you bring your family to a game?" They're like, I don't know. I was like, Jazz game? I'm like, it's not going to be a Jazz game. Anything but the Jazz. Good choice. Lost that game. Why do weird things always happen against the Jazz? It's very strange.
I don't know. Maybe it's the curse of D Wade.
Maybe it is. Then that.
We also lost to Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
We lost to Indiana.
Yep.
It's not just the Jazz.
I'm telling you though, Brittany, the Jazz were trying to lose. That's what makes it. It's not just that they're bad.
Yeah, that's true.
It's they took a knee, and the Miami Heat pulled a Mario Cristobal.
Where did they go? Here they go. The Jazz look on the sideline and say, "Coach, what do you want us to do?"
He's made up for it. He's made up for it.
We're still winning.
He's made up for it. I still can't believe that game. I went to bed night. I thought I was like, "Oh, it's over. We won." How did they lose?
It's never.
What do you mean they
never the
lost?
case.
I don't understand. That's not the reality that I went to bed with. I went to bed. They beat Georgia Tech. What do you mean
You went
they
to
lost?
bed that night?
Oh.
Yes. Why would they lose that? They ran the ball.
You went to bed
It
that
was
night?
over.
I was at that game.
Me too, Brittany.
And, oh my gosh, I was at that game, and I never leave games early. Like I'm not a proponent of that. Even if we're getting blown out, like I never leave games early. And that night, my friends were like, "Oh, let's just go. Like they're literally gonna need the ball." And as we're walking down the steps to exit, they fumbled the ball.
That's crazy.
And I sat there and I was like, "This is all your fault."
Even though he didn't fumble, technically, he didn't fumble.
He technically didn't fumble, but
Didn't fumble, but he shouldn't have been in that position in the first place.
exactly.
I love the way you two just talk about old, like, scarring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you not?
Sports.
We started the show with the Summer of Delgado.
This is all we know, Leroy. As Miami fans, we know a lot of pain.
like,
Trauma.
Another,
you realize who you're talking to.
another-
Okay, but so why are you getting mad at us? You're always talking about. Do you know when I was growing up, the Saints?
You're making it sound
You're the only
like-
one that can be miserable.
No, you're making it sound like your story is the only story out there. There's a lot of
but it's
fans
my
who feel
story.
the same
About
thing you
their
feel.
experience.
But it's my lived experience. It is my story.
Oof.
I got you.
Our old friend Pablo Lopez done for the season.
What do you do?
Elbow.
I think
You know what
elbow's
that
the
means.
worst.
The old TJ.
Ooh, there it is. Team pursuit.
What's that?
That's what I was telling you about. The 3 guys or the 3 women.
That's what it's called. It's called
Team Pursuit. Yeah.
I don't like that.
And they basically just hang on to each other.
I don't like that.
Why?
I don't know.
It's actually cool looking.
I don't like that.
It's actually cool looking.
But you like the 2-man luge?
No, oh, no.
Yeah.
I think he does like the
to you
two-man
I've
luge.
never seen someone
Let me
so
explain.
invested in this.
Let me explain to you.
You constantly bring
like
up the
Leroy.
2-man luge.
And he like perks up. He's like, "So guys, guess what I discovered on
Yes.
the Olympics this week."
You're the only person that's watching this stuff.
I am. I'm watching. Like, you don't like the Olympics?
I like it,
do.
but I don't like actually sit down and watch it.
I mean,
I see it in
there's
passing.
no basketball. There's no baseball. Everybody's getting cut on the team. The only thing that's there is the Olympics. I just watched like a 41-year-old who is probably the best bobsledder in American female. She's won more medals. Finally get her first gold. And it was a cool story because both of her kids are deaf. So they have to do sign language. So I just saw the whole story. I was like, I'm rooting for her.
Do you watch primetime Olympics? Is that when you're tuning in? So you're tuning in
So
at
no.
8 o'clock.
Hey,
on
here's what I
NBC?
do. Here's what I do. In all fairness, I'm smarter than that. Okay. When I get up in the morning to have my breakfast and to watch morning TV, I watch the Olympics then because that's what they're going to be showing later on.
So you watch Peacock?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I hate if I turn on ESPN, they tell you who won the medals.
What are they about to show here, Brittany? Is this doubles? Like, what is this?
Oh my God, this is
Why is
women's.
she dressed like a?
This
She's
is
not
ice
skating.
This is women's solo skates.
Oh, do we have a
Solo
chance here?
skate?
Yes. So it's solo skating. They have a team competition. They have doubles. Don't act like I'm crazy. Don't do that.
They don't have doubles.
They have doubles.
Oh my God, yes they do.
Of course they do.
No, you're talking about the men and women?
Yeah.
They
That's
don't have
doubles.
When you say women's doubles, that's like two women.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They don't have that.
Blades of Glory. With Napoleon Dynamite, Will Ferrell.
And the black dude from 40-year-old version. You know what I'm talking
I'm
about?
sorry, Brittany.
He was the
I'm
coach.
so
I'm just not going to speak
No,
anymore.
go. I'm sorry, Brittany.
No, it's fine.
It's dumb over
You
here.
guys are out here talking movies, so she's talking about skate.
It's fine.
Okay,
So,
go.
Who do we have?
They don't call it doubles,
So,
though.
Whatever it is.
They call it
we were-
pairs.
Okay. Since you didn't even know that existed, I don't know why you're correcting me now.
No, they do men and women, men and women. That's it.
Okay, you're very fixated on something. Can we move on?
So yes.
I
So
don't know who we have a chance.
okay. So we have three women competing in their individual skating, and it's Alyssa Liu and Amber something and this Isabella something. Their last names are kind of difficult
This
to
girl's
say.
really tall.
But Alyssa Liu she's a super interesting story.
This looks
She
fine.
was a prodigy growing up, and she won the women's U.S. national title at 13 years old. She was the first woman to. What did you say?
Put it in the loop.
You guys should give. You know what?
You know,
Mine
I'm
is
not gonna-
so blind.
listening.
I'm
Brittany.
so upset for
I'm
you.
listening,
sorry.
Brittany. It's you can't.
Don't get mad at me.
You
Yeah.
both do the same
You
thing.
denied her a sport.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
This is weird. This is a very tall skater. This is unique.
You're always so fixated on
Hey.
height or
No, because again,
like
most
I'm gonna say that
skaters
word.
are not that tall.
What are you, Tara Lipinski?
Who's 5 foot?
This guy's sitting here. He goes, "Oh, that's very odd." You don't know.
I-
How do you know that skating hasn't changed? We don't have Victor Wembanyama's of skaters now.
You can just tell she's a lot taller than most skaters.
She looks like she's handling the ice just fine. What's Quad God's excuse?
And the other 18 people?
Yeah, what's their excuse? She's doing fine.
Only 2 people in the ice changes from night to night.
Oh, look at that. Call that the weed whacker. Into the scorpion.
You
Oh.
guys are the absolute worst.
The dipsy do.
The what?
All right. Call this the touchdown dance. She glides. What's his lady's name?
Can't see it.
My top TV in here doesn't work, so I can't tell you.
You can flip him if you want, Brittany. I don't mind if you want to watch some figure skating.
No, I can't. I can see the name, but I can't read it.
Sofnova. Where is she from?
A.
A-I-N? The Ain.
What's wrong with you?
Sofnova, what's your prediction? Ain.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Nice.
that. Wow. Well
You
done.
go, girl. What was that?
We were switching the
She
TV so
just
Brittany,
switched them.
so she could watch it.
Because she
They
can't
don't that
see.
TV doesn't work in there. So I
Oh.
want her to be able to see. She's our expert. And how are we going to figure out?
She's not the expert if you don't let her be the expert.
All right, what are we seeing here, Brittany?
Graceful.
What are we seeing here? I just put it on.
Here we go. We call this the Swan.
You're so ridiculous.
Wait, what's her name? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Sofnova.
It's what
Sofnova.
Tobin said.
I have no idea where she's from though. That might be like an independent kind of situation.
Oh, she might be independent.
Yeah, she might be an independent.
So she's
She
Russian.
might-
Yeah.
No, not Russian. I don't think because Russians cannot compete even as independents.
So she's Russian.
Maybe.
No, they can skate. They just skate under an independent.
No, they can't
nation.
skate at all because some of the best figure skaters are Russian, and they literally will podium like they will beat everybody, but none of them can compete.
She's 22 years old.
All right, we'll claim
She's
her.
5'9".
No, we're
5'9".
not claiming
That's really
her
tall.
because we have women. We have USA women that actually can compete for gold this year.
Yeah, but she hasn't fallen yet. I want her.
Victoria.
Yes, I sent you her name.
So she's 5'9", huh?
She's 5'9".
That's basically like Wemby on skates.
That's really tall for a figure skater.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Brittany. Great point.
Leroy, you do this all the time.
Oh, Leroy, you said
All the
that?
time.
Listen, you brought up.
You said something?
You brought up
Oh,
Quad
wow.
God like it was a news story. I did a segment on it yesterday, and you were like, "Oh yeah, Quad God," because you just watched it on primetime Peacock.
Just watch them fall 8 times.
And I was really excited to talk about Alyssa Liu because she honestly has a great story, and we all should be supporting her.
Do we call it the luge?
Can we
What's
end the
her
segment?
story?
We're already past time. Like, can we go?
Sure. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM.
The actress.
Sarah from
No.
that. Okay.
No.
Don't you guys love when we have to like wait for it to spark because he finds it like in the most random
Forever.
places,
And you cannot
and it's
speak.
kind of like you have to put like two cans and a string together. Be like, from the Ford commercial. It was from the Ford commercial.
No, it's not a commercial.
That's how it is, though. when
She's an
it's you.
actress.
She reminds me of the girl from Modern Family, which is Sarah Hyland, I believe her name is.
She did a lot of I can't think of her name. Let me look at it.
The Trojan.
Oh yeah. She's even got little baby teeth. She's tiny.
This has been your analysis so far. Huh, tall, tiny.
He already forgot to look
This
for
is
the
why
girl.
I don't go to you for figure skating. I go to Brittany.
-1.
Why?
Because you never let her finish.
I did let her finish.
Nope.
She made the great point that the last skater was tall.
I know what show she was in.
That was
I'm
Leroy.
finding it right now.
No.
I'm gonna
Not
tell
like
you.
that. He guessed. She actually is an expert.
Hold on. Let's see. Mila Kunis.
You think she looks like Mila Kunis?
Yeah.
We waited all this time for you to
-1.
say something.
No?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Nope.
All right. If you say so.
For deception.
She does look like Mila Kunis.
No.
Yes.
For deception.
The only difference
If all
is
tiny brunettes look alike, then yeah, she looks like Mila Kunis.
I'm Mila Kunis.
Oh, I just saw another guy. I knew I saw him somewhere before. Wilmer Valderrama. He's on NCIS.
Vilmore? Vilmore?
Wilmer Valderrama.
You think
It's Wilmer.
Wilmer.
what I
I
was trying
said
to say.
Wilmer. You said Vilmer.
Because you threw me off. Wasn't right.
Yeah, but
What are
he's
you,
in
German?
NCIS.
Why'd you call him Vilmer?
I'm spending too much time with you.
That's not his name, man.
Wilmer?
Yeah. I mean,
Vilmer's the guy who's changed from luge to skeleton. That's Vilmer.
we're not gonna make it.
Oh,
Vilma.
the old dipsy do. Is that what that's called, Brittany?
I'm about to turn this off.
Why? I'm enjoying it.
I'm gonna turn it
I feel
off.
like you're insulting the whole sport.
How am I? Why? I
and their
can't.
whole country.
It's like when people watch fights, it's like punch him in the face. I don't know what I'm watching. Don't be a gatekeeper. Let me watch the sport.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to enjoy it. What is that called when she does
I
the little
have-
flip-de-doo thing?
I don't know the names. I'm sorry. I only know like triple axles, like their jumps. I'm
Here
not
comes one.
privy.
Oh, they're getting ready.
Oh,
Boom.
is that a triple?
That was a double.
Not a quad god.
I mean, it's just,
You would admit it's less impressive.
you
once
can't
see
do a
some-
half twist,
Yeah,
and
so
you
what? I'm
sit
not a
here
figure skater. Big
criticizing
deal.
them.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying she's not quad god. At least she stays on her feet, though.
I didn't. There was only a. Can I think of? I can't think of a woman ever landing a quad, right?
No, they've only gone up to 3.
Well, there's a reason he's the quad god. He's the only one to do it, dude. Try and keep up. Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Home of the price
Now
seat
you
zone.
want to put out headlines.
Our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com. Schmeathan says Tobin can only do a cinnamon twist. What is a cinnamon twist? Is that like a? Isn't that a churro?
Yes, that was hilarious.
That's not-
Point
wasn't that
for
good.
Yes, it was.
Is
For
that
sure.
what they sound
For
Taco
That was
Bell?
really
That's-
fun. Yeah, that's a Taco Bell
That's a
thing.
twist.
For Schmeathan Schmolnik, that's like a
It's like-
that's like a
No,
chain
that
joke.
one was
It's
a
a
really
cinnamon-
good one.
I
It's
don't
a
know
cinnamon
why I
roll
pictured
with
it
twist.
too.
A long twist. You never seen the donut? The
No,
twist?
he's talking. A cinnamon twist is from Taco Bell.
It's a twist, but it's cinnamon.
Yeah, but it's not long.
It's about this long.
I love how you're
No, it's
mansplaining it
not.
into the name.
It's literally they're like this big.
And it's a twist.
Well, we've established.
Why
that.
are you mansplaining cinnamon twist to people?
It's in the name, guys. We're really mailing it in.
You
You.
got a mouse in your pocket?
No, just you. It's 1:00 though. It's kind of been par for the course lately.
What are you
He's been
talking
staring at that screen for like a whole hour.
Yeah, he's definitely doing puzzles.
Look, no, come see.
No, I don't
Come
need
see.
to.
No.
You're scrolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the comments on the side.
No,
Sure.
I am.
Okay.
I'm serious. I'm scrolling on the side.
What hour are you at?
12:52, 12:52, 12:53.
So you just started
12:55.
scrolling.
Huh?
You just started scrolling.
That's why I was scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy does the flying molar.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Caught it. Had it put back in tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah. I mean, it's still crazy that you lost it in eating a donut, though.
What's that donut?
It was a donut, yeah. You brought like a whole package of them.
I brought donuts for everybody.
I didn't see you share those. I mean, you're very usually generous with your food, but you had a certain pack there right by your. It was like your.
This is my last day. I should have had a big meal.
It was like your safety donut. What do you mean it's your last day?
I'm not going to eat during the show.
Oh, okay. You that
During the show
Can I
or
just-
on
that-
air?
So wait.
On air.
That's really what you're giving up for Lent.
Well, suggestions.
So you're giving up.
I'm suggesting. I would.
You're giving up unprofessionalism for Lent.
Should I give up sweets?
I don't know.
You've done that already.
Yeah. That was no fun.
I don't know. I don't know why your covenants with gods have become show bits lately. That's kind of what you've been doing the last two times because you couldn't.
Yeah.
You weren't very good at not fat shaming people last year.
I was awesome.
For you were awesome, but you still did it quite a bit.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
I mean, fine.
No, I didn't.
Oh, the flying Yakachonis from Lithuania. Meda Verakojevit.
I'm surprised. I don't think you pronounced that J.
Maybe. Oh,
I'm
man.
more than sure.
Babushka looks like she's a hell of a coach there.
That's the same as fat shaming.
I love seeing their
It
outfits.
is?
No, it's not.
Calling
Definitely
everybody from a country babushka.
That's what they call them in Lithuania, dude.
Now she's.
You don't
tiny.
know that.
She looks like she's 12.
You don't know that.
Doesn't she?
She does.
She looks like she's 12.
She probably is.
What countries refer to old women?
She's 18.
Wait, what?
18.
Babushka.
She is tiny. Look, you can tell she's not even above the wall.
The Chinese are
Ah.
very good at figure skating.
What are you
Yep.
researching right now?
I said, what countries refer to old women as babushka? That's what I Googled.
Dude.
What is the answer?
Babushka, meaning grandmother or old woman, is primarily used in Russia, Ukraine, and other former Soviet republics like Kyrgyzstan. All right, I apologize.
So
for-
not Lithuania.
Not Lithuania. I apologize.
So question. Somebody just asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. Did Anthony Kim save Live Golf? Had their biggest crowd yet? No, they had their biggest crowd because it was in Australia, not because Anthony Kim won. But no, he saved himself. Good, cool story. But he didn't save Live Golf. Live Golf seems to be bigger in Europe, just the way they do it. It's actually it's really cool. And now they play 4 days. You know why they play 4 days now?
Tell me.
World golf ranking.
Let's see.
The points they get has to be on in 4 rounds. So they don't do 3 rounds anymore.
I double checked here just to get my Lithuanian culture correct. Does Lithuania use babushka? No. Lithuania does not
Hold on.
traditionally use the
Get
term
ready to try to
babushka.
read it. Let me check.
The Lithuanian grandmother is referred to as a machute.
No, that's not how you pronounce it.
It literally is phonetically put there, machute. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, apologize.
Okay, machute.
Cultural distinction: Lithuanians are Baltic people, not Slavic, and generally do not use Russian terms. All right, well, we can't use that for Serbia anymore either. I told you, whole time. Don't call me that. I miss machute.
What are we even doing right now?
Nothing.
Having a great time.
Nothing of production.
I love February sports talk.
I mean,
It's right there with July.
We're watching ice skating, and Derek Carr will be starting for someone up top. Pick one.
Ice skating.
Yeah.
Figure skating.
I don't really. What is that? I'm
It's
sorry.
It's
figure skating.
It's
Is
figure
calling
skating.
it ice skating? Is that like calling F1 NASCAR?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. Figure skating. Take a break.
You've been schooled.
I have. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's get to a little 15 minutes of heat here, brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
When do we get back to it?
I think they're going to practice on Thursday.
Okay.
So they got, I think, one more day off. I think they're going to practice Thursday, and they're back at it on Saturday against the Grizzlies. What
On Friday.
Are they back Friday?
Yes.
Oh,
They
that
play
was
Friday,
Saturday.
Saturday, back to back.
Are they on the road Friday?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Because Saturday is a home game, right?
Let me double check so I don't misspeak.
Is there really a game on Friday?
Yes, there is a game on Friday, and
Hawks?
it's at the Hawks.
Of course, it's always at the
Mhm.
Hawks.
And then we play Saturday
I'm
at
going.
home versus the Grizzlies.
I didn't realize there was a game Friday. Okay,
Mhm.
interesting.
I'll be there.
In Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why are you going to Atlanta?
You know.
No, why are you being oddly cryptic? It's a perfectly fine place to vacation. Why are you going to Atlanta?
Guys, are you serious? Gabe Vincent.
Oh, handsome.
Handsome.
Is he playing for them?
He is.
Is he like getting run with them? LeBron
No,
wanted
he
it.
just got there.
Yes, I did. There was a fight the other day, and he was like one of the people that broke it up.
Nah, he's very peaceful. All right, so we're back at it Friday. So they practice tomorrow, or they practice on Thursday, and then they'll be back out on Friday and Saturday. Sounds good. And then I don't think they're back home until the Rockets game, right? I think it's they go Grizzlies, Bucks, 76ers. I don't think they played this year so far. And then they got the Rockets next Saturday afternoon.
Bless
Okay,
you.
Thank you. That's an early game, by the way. If you have
Bless
tickets,
thee.
thank you. If you have tickets next Saturday, that's a 3:30 start.
3:30 on Saturday.
Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
I don't like chasing sports.
I love a good early game. Thank you.
I don't like chasing sports, though.
How are you chasing sports? You literally are watching the monobob.
No. Okay. Now you're being a jackass, but I'm going to explain to you how. Okay. I don't like going to different places to watch because then I can't scroll through channels.
Oh my God.
Do you?
No, Leroy, I don't understand.
So if I go to
know
my
what
TV
you're
and I go to
saying.
Prime,
Mhm.
right? So at 3:30, there'll be golf on.
I already gave you.
So I
a
want to go back
personally
and
reasonable-
forth. I can't. I got to get out of the app, go back to DirecTV.
You've never sounded older.
But it's true.
It's not.
I've already told you what you can do. Your solution to this: YouTube TV, 4-screen it.
But YouTube, you can screen YouTube. It's what if it's on Prime?
Yes, YouTube TV.
Just jump from app to app. It's like it's one extra button.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
Mm-hmm.
I've been using streaming for a long time. I've never thought to myself, man, I can't get to another game.
No, you have 12 TVs in a room.
I don't have 12 TVs in the room. That's only on a rare occasion.
And you watch on a phone.
Sometimes.
I don't want to watch on a phone.
Why
I
not?
want to watch on my big ass TV.
Okay, if you got multiple things to watch, you got multiple things to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to get to Amazon Prime? Is that what it is?
No,
It's a safe place.
I just boop home Prime.
You think Kevin Durant will have tweeted by the time that he take on the Rockets?
No, I think if he hasn't said anything now, he's not going to.
You think he's just gonna be like, I was hacked?
I don't think he's going to say anything.
That should be his next move. He should just say he got taken over by crypto bros.
Yeah, or he could just say that's not me.
That's even more incriminating.
Right.
I don't know if it is.
The only thing he could say that anybody wants to hear is that's not me.
We know it's him.
And see,
I
and
can't
then
say
there's
that,
that.
but we know
what's him saying nothing does what? Doesn't make you feel any different. You already think it's him. If he says it's not him, you're gonna say, okay, dude.
Well, I told you I thought that the best course is to say nothing. I think that's probably the
Right.
best thing for him to do.
Mhm.
But
He can't. He's not. Listen, there's certain people that have to comment. He's
today-
gonna comment.
this is the week. If you want to get in your KD takes, he's not going to respond to you. Like you should just be like,
Do you think he
They
even
should
knows
just
where he
rage
is?
bait him
Where?
into
Oh,
saying
you
something.
think he knows that happened, or he's off on a trip or something?
do I think he knows it happened? Leroy, he literally didn't take his eyes off his phone during the All-Star game.
Right. Gotcha.
He was on the warm-up line with his phone in hand. Do I think he knows what happened? Yes. I think he's looking for the snitch. Now, should you have a Twitter account that says "Get off my bleeperson" and say and hope to trust people in a group chat like that? That's a you decision. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
So no tweets from him.
No tweets.
It'd be interesting.
That's good. I think it's perfect.
People should rage bait him into tweeting.
Definitely say things like,
I mean, he's susceptible to it.
You literally could be right now out here saying like, hey, Draymond carried you to that ring and he can't do anything about it right now.
But maybe if you do it enough, he'll come out.
But I don't know why people feel they have to react to something like that he knows is not even true.
We don't know that he doesn't know it's true.
Okay.
But Leroy, the whole point is that people do believe that it's him, and it's believable that it's him. So why not speak on it? I don't think that the path of least resistance is not speaking out about
When you are that online, like I could see if you were talking about like LeBron's not that online. If you were to say, hey, LeBron's so famous doesn't matter, I'd be like, okay, I could get you on that. If we want to do it locally, like Bam doesn't really tweet that much other than when he's doing jokey jokes with Asia. And be like, he's not online that much. I don't really see it. I'm not on social media like that. People will pull that card all the time. I'm not on social media like that. You can't do that if you're Kevin Durant. You tweet more than children.
Mm-hmm.
That's how often he's online. So now to go silent when you're in the middle of a social media controversy, it's noticeable. That's all. It's noticeable. Who do you got today, Sweden or Latvia?
I'm going Sweden.
Okay.
Don't we have some Swedes?
We have a Swede. Yes, we have Gustav Forsling, but we also have a lot. We have a lot. Ian. Uvis Belinskis. 3:10 today on USA and Peacock, if you want to watch that game. Winner moves on to face USA tomorrow.
Did they really take off figure skating?
They did.
Well, maybe they're in a shift. What time is it? Because the game's not on.
1:26.
I think they're probably just like maybe they're on an intermission.
They better be. I want to see the Americans skate.
Oh, they'll go back to them for sure. This is a primo event. They're going to go back. They're just going to go, hey, what do you think? You guys are going to beat Sweden or Latvia? We're going to do our best. Just ask Matthew Tkachuk. He's going to give you the trash talk you want. This fool, he's got nothing to say.
Who even is that?
Who cares? Not Matthew Tkachuk. Rando intangibles on Team USA.
They're all intangibles here.
Get me Brady Tkachuk or Matthew Tkachuk. That's all you need. Dade South wants to know if you're going to give an oh no to the late Reverend Jesse Jackson today.
Yeah, growing up, and I'm a lot older than everybody, but he was the guy. He did, he toured the world or whatever. Did a lot of speeches. He was one of the people that marched with Martin Luther King.
You went to see him speak?
Yeah, in the Superdome.
Wow.
When I was younger.
How many people were there for that?
40,000. Like, he was a big deal. So it's really sad that, as these guys got older, how politics and all these things played out, they kind of, fell off the forefront. I think one of the things that I hated seeing was the way they reacted to the Duke thing, and only to find out it wasn't true, and they were, on the doorstep of all these players, these young men saying, "Oh, this should happen." They got kicked out of school, and then the girl comes back and says it wasn't true.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a fine line between doing what's right and making sure of what's wrong. And I think we jumped too quick, and that was one of the things that I didn't like. But as a kid, that's all he preached. He was one of the people that tried to further the beliefs of Martin Luther King and stuff like that. As he got older, he got caught up in some stuff, but the overall good that he did for, people's rights and especially when I was younger. Like, that's one of the people. I mean, I think he ran for president one year. So he will be, remembered. I remember him more when I was younger.
Yeah, it's something that if
some
you
of
went
the
to the
things that he
Superdome, you're gonna
did
speak.
lately, and some of the people that know him from the last 15, 20 years never really knew about the stuff he did early on.
It's a long legacy.
Right, exactly.
Long legacy. Lito says Channing Crowder and Terrence Crawford having a little drama. Crowder says he's going to apologize to him after he fights again. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, Terrence Crawford is not the
friendliest,
fuzziest dude in the world. Yeah, like he's not there for shenanigans.
How to Hug a Porcupine.
Yeah, he's a very serious dude.
That's the name of a book. The only reason why I know it.
You read it to Rebecca?
No. Oh. My wife has it on the nightstand, and I'm wondering, am I the porcupine?
Your wife is reading How to Hug a Porcupine?
She has. I don't know what it's about.
It's not a children's book? It's like an actual...
No, it's a book.
It's like a self-help book?
I don't know. I just know that as a man, when you go to bed and you look on your wife's nightstand and she says, How to Hug a Porcupine, I'm thinking, damn, am I a porcupine? Right? So,
yeah, it literally is easy ways to love the difficult person in your life.
Why did that come with laughter, Brittany?
That's producing.
Jeez.
Point for Brittany.
She's in the background laughing like Smedley from the Laugh Olympics. Like, wow, that hurt. I'm gonna say that hurt.
It's better than not wanting to love a porcupine.
I would rather not be a porcupine.
You got some porcupine in you, dude.
Me?
Yeah, dude. Dude. Schmidt says Mrs. Tobin has a book called How to Marry a Pork. And that's a grand slam. You're still a bastard, but objectively funny.
Point for Twitcher.
It sounds says, I think you know the answer to that, Leroy. So just ask her today. Go to Big Spoon and be like, hey, was that book about me?
No.
Maybe it wasn't about you. Maybe it was
I
about
don't think
somebody
I
else.
want to know.
That's probably a good point.
It's like
when you said that though, I thought you were talking about I thought it was like a kid's book.
No,
there is a kid's version of how to hug a porcupine.
Wow, for adults and kids. It would really suck if I went in my daughter's room and she had one too. I'm like, wow, no secret. Walk around here like a porcupine.
They're lovely creatures.
No, they're not.
They are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They are.
They're really misunderstood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cap for Life's just getting in here with Colts takes. Not today, Kate. Not today,
Colts
Cap.
takes.
You don't want Anthony Richardson on the Dolphins. Let's be real.
You should have left the title of that book to yourself.
One thing I know is I've gotten to love you as a porcupine.
Really?
Did you read the book?
No. Just naturally.
Look, they're doing the feature on the U.S. women's skaters.
There you go. Scorpion. Oh, they're looking at the old footage of themselves. It's goosies galore, dude.
Wow.
So cute.
We call that the ostrich.
No, that's the scorpion.
No, it's only it's an ostrich when it's straight up. When it's bent, it's a scorpion. Try and keep up, dude. I'm sorry he's embarrassing you, Brittany.
It's okay.
The what now?
If it's straight up, the leg straight up like that, that's called the ostrich.
Don't listen to this man.
Bent, scorpion. Angled, the flamingo.
No, he changed it.
The jackass.
The porcupine. David Dwork. We got to talk some Panthers Olympic hockey from the Hockey News and the Hockey Show. He joins us next. Sasuke Sports Connoisseur. We'll go out to the Toyota of Hollywood guest lounge. Over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location at Toyota of Hollywood and 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com. He is our Olympic correspondent. He is also a reporter for the Hockey News and the host of the Hockey Show, Meadowlark Media, with the great Roy Bellamy. Hello, David Dwork. How are you?
Got round ball rock stuck in my head at the moment.
What would you go with as the number one sports theme? Would you go round ball rock? Would you go Monday Night Football?
Well, what's the barometer? Are we talking like most popular? Are we talking most likable? Like, what are we ranking?
I don't know. Just
Whatever you
your
decide.
personal favorite.
Your
personal favorite, or what you think is the best.
I think football is a bigger sport. I think round ball rock is the more catchier tune.
It is,
especially
catchier.
like when you
I
see like
that.
what is it, like John Tesh like working the keyboard in the middle of an arena, like that's
He's a
pretty,
show
or, like, better yet when he's doing it with a symphony, like that's pretty awesome.
That
I'd
is
rather
pretty
see
awesome.
that than the guy who got canceled for singing Monday Night Football song, or Hank Williams, whatever that was.
Yeah. Well, listen. Did he get canceled? He might have gotten canceled. Intangibles. But I would agree with you. I think Round Ball Rock is the objectively better song, but it had like a 30 years of irrelevance because like there was no NBA basketball.
That might help the popularity of it now, though. Now it's like coming back, and it was like, "Ooh, that was so cool! I remember that."
It's like
So maybe that's
nostalgic.
what's happening
Everybody
to me.
remembers it.
All right. So how much are you enjoying the Olympic hockey thus far? Because I've been watching our Panthers. They've all been contributing a lot. But what has stood out to you so far? Let's start with Matthew Tkachuk and Team USA. How have you liked the performances so far?
Pretty good. It's tough because like in the scope of the Olympics, like it's such a small bubble of teams that everybody's kind of getting compared against one another. And particularly with the United States, they're always going to kind of be up. It's US and Canada. It's US and Canada. And Canada has looked like such a like juggernaut. So like, as well as US is playing, and they are playing well, and they're beating some decent teams, and it's nice to see the camaraderie, especially with like the Matthew and Brady Tkachuk element, and how Brady, which has really been kind of cool to see how he's kind of taken over this vocal leadership role of the team. He's kind of like the guy that's revving everybody up on the bench. Like I love that. Just kind of makes me think about what could happen a few years down the line in South Florida.
It does make one wonder. I mean, if we're gonna put on our hats, like it does make one wonder, like how much does he want to be in Canada?
How much does he want to play with his brother too? I mean, does it not look like they're having the time of their lives? They're going to the women's games with their sister and their dad. Like this looks like it's kind of like a meant to be kind of thing.
If you're Canadian and the Tkachuks end up playing together down here, you can blame the four nations in the Olympics because they've gotten a taste of it and like, yeah, man, this is cool. You know what I mean?
I think you blame that and Matthew winning a couple Stanley Cups with Brady having a front row seat to see it all and to see everything that happened down here. Like it seems like a perfect storm is formulating. Obviously, we're a ways away from something like that happening. But man, it certainly looks like these are two guys that would do everything in their power to make it happen.
Right.
Does anybody have a shot besides the US and Canada in this tournament? Like, does Finland have a chance? Does Sweden have a chance? Do any of these other four nations teams, do they have a shot, or is it basically a two-pony race?
No, I mean, Sweden's looked a little wonky so far in the tournament. We'll see how they do later today. I believe they're playing Latvia, and the winner of that goes to face US tomorrow, I think. Finland, I think, has been, they had that big win over Sweden, and obviously that giant win over I think it was either Italy or France. They both were, pretty forgettable, unfortunately. But no, I think I'll be surprised if it's not US and Canada for gold at this point. I think the US, while they haven't looked as strong as Canada, they have looked pretty decent. I think the one game that they really stumbled, which I think was against Denmark, that was a bit more contributed to just a really rough game in net by Jeremy Swayman than anything that the U.S. did wrong. Latvia, I think, is a very solid team, so I wasn't surprised to see that game be as competitive as it was. I think Latvia has just been a hockey crazed nation that's kind of been getting better and better over the years. But yeah, I'll be surprised if it's not U.S. and Canada. And to this point, I'll hope it'll be a tight game. It'll be a cool situation going in, knowing that the U.S. will certainly be underdogs if they do make it that far to a gold medal game. But I just keep going back to Canada, and holy cow, like it's crazy. The collection of talent that they have on that team and then the way that they've come together and they're playing so well together. I mean, as a hockey fan, it's been really cool to see.
Can you explain this story about Paul Maurice nearly taking over Finland?
I think with the coaches, it doesn't matter where you're from. Like Jamie Compton is a Canadian and he's an assistant coach in Team Germany right now. And I'm sure there's some kind of connection. I honestly didn't dig too far into it just because I know that like there doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like you can just hire a coach, right?
Right.
Finland, I think, was a little unhappy with how things started with their tournament. That combined with there being such a large Finnish contingent on that team with, obviously Anton Lundell, Toulouse-Turainen, and Nico Mikkola. And I'm sure Sasha Barkov is, I don't even know if he's there or not, but I'm sure he's got his voice in somebody's ear. Like if that's what they're considering, like, hey, save our Olympic journey. But then they went up the next day and they showed up this big game against Sweden and all was fine in the world again. I just think it's funny that like Paul Maurice, he's off fishing somewhere. He's having a nice vacation. He's getting ready to come back and hopefully make a playoff push with the Panthers. But his name's just popping up like, yeah, why not? Paul Maurice, he can save Finland. He saved the Florida Panthers. He can do anything.
We are little Finland. That's what it feels like.
That's
right.
You watch it, it's just like,
Paul, who's familiar with all of the players?
Yeah,
right.
When we were talking to them at media day, and they're all basically like friends with the president of Finland. They're just like, yeah, get that guy, get the coach, and we want him.
It's
I don't
nice
know
to
what
have that kind of pull. It's
it is.
amazing what winning will do.
I wonder what the rules are. Like, I know you said anybody can coach, but I wonder what that is for like Paul. Like, is it looked upon as, are you a bad Canadian if you do that? I don't know what the rules are.
No, there's like, if you look at basketball in the world, when they do world tournaments and stuff like that, you have a lot of coaches that aren't from the country that actually coach.
Yeah, but do you think like Canada has handled hockey betrayals well? Because I don't think they have.
Is it a betrayal though? Like they could have picked Paul Maurice as one of their top coaches. They did not, or maybe they did, and he said no. And who knows? But I mean, I think it only becomes a betrayal issue if he does that, and then Finland somehow beats Canada, and then it's like a scandalous thing if that happens. But that
Yeah, it's wild. I do find it funny though, because it's like I'm watching people getting very mad at Matthew Tkachuk for saying he had the little the little trash talk at Leon Draisaitl, and you would have thought that he would have said that like your mother never loved you. Like I don't understand why he said that you're always a bridesmaid, which is objectively true. And you would have thought like he said some heinous thing to him. Why does everybody get so crazed with this man when he talks trash?
I think it's a cool place that he now gets to start his chirp ladder from, and that's the Stanley Cup and back-to-back Stanley Cups. And when you got a guy Draisaitl who, you just beat him twice in a row, that's the first place I'm going if I'm trying to get under his skin. Like, hey, bro, remember those times that you went all out for a Stanley Cup? You went for your life goal, and then I crushed it twice in a row. Yeah, that was good times, wasn't it? And then Brady's right behind him just laughing like, yeah, I saw that too. Like, it's just so funny to see how they're doing it. And look, that's hockey, man. That's what we love about it. So I think Draisaitl probably knows, that's what I'm in for.
I'm sure he does, but also like everybody just seems like they handle this. But if the Tkachuks end up winning this gold medal over Canada, I don't know how they're going to handle themselves, because now if he has the cup, because they're throwing the 4 nations in his face. It's like, all right, cool. That was a cute little tournament. He had no abdomen left, like,
right.
Very nice. But if he ends up getting he's going to be enemy number 1 up there forever.
I mean, he already is kind of on that path anyway. So at this point, if he can add a gold medal to his trophy case and, piss off another couple million Canadians, so be it. Like, I don't think these guys care. I don't know how it would compare to 1980.
World in hockey, right?
What's that?
He's working his way around the world in hockey.
Oh, yeah. Well,
looking at everybody.
He's become one of the faces of the NHL. Certainly the face of the Florida Panthers, who are the league's back-to-back champions. And the fact that he's doing it playing a style that's not as, pretty or celebrated as like a Sidney Crosby or a Macklin Celebrini for the Nets nation, or, McDavid even, or for the U.S., like a Jack Eichel or an Austin Matthews who scores 1 million goals. Like Matthew Tkachuk, he's doing it the old school way, and it's been embraced and it's endeared. Everybody loves it. So if it's upsetting people, so be it, right?
Do you feel like this is going to be beneficial to the Panthers? Like, I was a little wary about these guys going over here, but do you feel like there's anything that can kind of reinvigorate them coming off of these high stakes games, getting into the grind of the season? Like, what do you think the fallout's going to be from all these Panthers at the Olympics?
I think if everybody comes back healthy, God willing, then it'll be an advantage to them, because they're already in a mode where every game is going to be a playoff game for them. They need every point they can get over the last 25 or whatever, however many they have left to go, 8 points back. Like, they know that it's do or die basically every night. So coming back with that mentality and having 10 of your leaders 10 players on the Panthers that are, they're all pretty key contributors. They're all coming back, already kind of wired into this mode of like, all right, it's time to go now. It's playoff time. So I don't see how it could hurt them as long as they come back healthy and nobody gets hobbled. Look, we've seen what this team can do in the past few years. We saw how that crazy run they made when they first went to the Stanley Cup, and that team was nothing compared to this one, assuming everybody's healthy. I keep using that caveat because this year has kind of smacked us all in the face a little bit. But look, it looks like when they come back, they're going to be as healthy as they've been all season. Combining who's come back into the roster with Tkachuk coming back and all the other guys. Hopefully you get Kulikov back. Hopefully you get Nosek back and Gadovich back, and your depth just continues to grow. And at that point, it's just, how well are they going to play in front of Bob? And can they make enough hay in the standings to get in? Because once they get in, guys, Barkov comes back.
Yeah, of course. It's all about getting in at this point.
David, is this one of those situations where they may exhaust so much energy to get back into it that if they do get back to it because they are just coming back from injuries, that they just beat themselves up? You know what I mean? The effort to get into it, and then you finally get there and you're like 7-game physical series, you're exhausted.
Yeah, no doubt. And that happens to a lot of teams that have to make those late season pushes, that they basically empty their tank just to get in. And then they get there and it's awesome and they celebrate. And then all of a sudden the adrenaline wears off and it's like, oh, sorry. I'm used to doing podcasts. I apologize.
How dare you?
How
dare you disgrace
5 minutes in the penalty box for me. But I will say, as I try to shovel dirt over my mistake, Leroy, that I had the same thought going into the 2023 playoffs when I thought that they'd blown their wad getting in, and then they faced Boston, and look what happened. So you never know, but certainly that would be a concern.
Right.
You are a lifelong Dolphins fan. Are you happy about this rebuild?
What are we doing?
Are you excited? Are you excited for another bite at the apple of John Eric Sullivan and Tyreek Hill being gone? What were your feelings yesterday?
I don't know, apathy. What am I feeling now? Like it's 43 years of this stuff, it's, I just want to see them win one before I die. I keep going back to that. I hope I have around 80 years left and that I can see them win one. I don't want to be one of those poor Cubs fans that was like, crying with his father. He never got to see them win. And then he went 2 years later. And no, man, at this point, whatever, it's throwing spaghetti against the wall to see what
you
sticks.
Could be a Saints fan. I spent my whole youth.
No. I saw the Saints win a Super Bowl in my backyard. Yeah. I don't want to hear that.
I know.
Okay?
I mean,
with Drew Brees.
But how old was I?
But you saw it.
You weren't an old man. You weren't.
I appreciate where you're coming from.
30 plus
where
years.
The Saints. Nah. Like even Jets fans, when we talk about Dolphins and Jets, the Jets went to 2 AFC championship games in the last little while. So what exactly have the Dolphins done to make them this superior franchise other than have awesome weather, a nice stadium, cool uniforms? Like, okay, we go overseas, play international games. We draw a lot of fans on the road. Meanwhile, yay, we're 8-9 again. We're picking in the teens again. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to be a Dolphin fan. Like, I'm not going to stop being a Dolphin fan. I'm not going to stop loving my kids. But the excitement, I'll get excited for Sundays in September until they're 1-3. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about team up to.
Like, is anybody excited? Like, I know that Malik Willis is like the big thing. Like, is anybody really juiced up if Malik Willis comes here? Because
because you're gonna have to pay him too much money for what? You're not there yet.
I hope, but we've seen this before. Like, they've gotten excited over free agents before, and it's 11 guys in the field, bro. Like I'm sorry, like unless you're bringing in Patrick Mahomes, who can actually win you a couple of games on his own. Look, no disrespect to Malik Willis. I've seen you play 5 games. I have no idea what you can do.
Correct.
And to think that I'm going to be like, oh, the Dolphins are back. Like, no, I'll be a fan, but I'm certainly going to be a skeptical one.
All right, buddy. Clean it up next time. All right.
Yeah.
But you wrap me up on this. Like I'm ending the interview and I'm going to go like stomping around my house. 10:50 in the morning. I need a drink. What's going on?
You do it for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You get a couple of minutes.
You're seasoned veterans, okay? I'm coming in as like the bench guy for right now.
Never a bench guy. Our star player every time. Always scores in the power play. He is the Hockey Hornet. You guys can catch his work at the Hockey News and of course his fantastic show, The Hockey Show with Roy Bellamy. Go check out our guy David Dwork. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, David.
Love you guys. Send the fine my way. Sorry.